And just like that, we are on. Thank you, ladies, from the Morning Wave for the handoff. Debbie, Morgan, and Amanda, always entertaining. And Tyler Thorson joins me. Good morning. And we are, I can take down the starting soon thing. There we go. And hello, and Ted Mendel joining us as well. It is a beautiful Island Moon Thursday. My name is Jacob Hoggs. We're glad that you are joining us. If you're watching us on YouTube, just go to Island Moon Live. And good morning, girls. Yep, got the girls and everybody watching me at the house. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Yep.
Daddy.
There's been a lot going on. We've got, there it goes. Island Moon issue 1125 will be hitting the shelves this, actually later today. So that'll be a lot of fun. Frank Floyd joining us. Let's get all this fired up on a beautiful, nice, glassy Thursday here from Doc's Steaks and Seafood.
You even got a moon set.
I know, this is beautiful.
Beaver Moon.
Moonset going down right behind us. Frank Floyd from Wind and Wave joining us. How's it going, buddy?
You get the best
swing
mic.
that-
You don't need to fondle anything.
It's going fine. I guess a beautiful morning out there.
Yeah. There weren't too many people launching boats when I went by, but I bet that's all about to change.
A lot of folks are doing stuff unrelated to fishing or hunting, which is, I don't know what the hell they're thinking, but
Yeah.
maybe Veterans Day activities and things like that, deer hunting. But we noticed there was less people on the island yesterday. We were at Port Aransas, and it's the Texan, the big, whatever knockoff of Buc-ee's that is. It's really nice, but it was not crowded like it was before. And all the folks that are vacationing, you don't see as many. It's not as hard getting down the streets. You don't have to get the Border Patrol, fake Border Patrol car to go down there so you can park with all the construction going on. So it's pretty nice. It was like, this is the nicest it has been.
Well, and you mentioned earlier that this is great pompano fishing weather. And we've had, of course, the surf has been mediocre at best. But I actually,
even when it's rough,
it's
right?
funny, Frank.
Even when it's rough,
I
yeah.
actually had a surfing dream last night. It's been about months since I've had an actual surfing dream.
It's been almost months since we've had waves.
I know, yeah, exactly.
We have had a few in October, but August, September, and most of October was flat.
Yeah.
It was really
Yeah. Well, I mean, it made for some great pictures, and the aerials actually look really good. I had the drone in the air yesterday over the construction on Bob Hall Pier, which is coming along, and they're laying a lot of the wood and the decking on a lot of that and carrying that out there. But they haven't finished all the way out to that D head, that shape they're going to have out at the end. So it'll be interesting to see once they.
And that is not as wide as the old T used to be.
Yeah, really, I didn't realize that.
Well, that was when they were getting funding. They were going to have jog outs at each side, and that was like an extra $2.5 million. So we're like, you know what, we're not having those. And then they were going to have that more of a sort of a scallop hammer D head on the end.
Yeah.
And it's a little shorter than the T was, but the T was problematic with fishermen. But I understand it through a better wave. Because that's all that matters.
The
to this
wider
guy.
T was good.
Yeah.
Well, and we've got more support now with that trestle that they've built out next to it.
Yeah.
It would be nice if they could just leave that, but you wouldn't be able to fish from that side. But it's just more structure.
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting to see. I wonder if there would be any kind of permits in the future as far as getting some kind of structure or breakwater out there as far as preventing erosion. I know for the up north, around north of Crystal Beach and Bolivar and Rollover Pass, for people who are familiar with that area, just south of High Island, towards the Louisiana side of the Texas coast, they started messing with geotubes to stop erosion. They were losing between 3 and 9 foot of beach a year, and it was really evident.
Jay's Tunnel had a video on those, and those were really cool.
Yeah,
It
they're a huge nylon tube that they'll just fill it with water and sand, and the water bleeds out, and the sand turns this netting into a huge concrete tube. But the problem was they didn't anchor them correctly in the dunes, so the water, as soon as it got behind it, it was compromised, and this thing started rolling out to the first gut. And I was like, man, push that thing out onto the third bar.
I've always thought for a temporary artificial reef, you just get a giant inflatable tube,
Yeah.
pump it full of water, roll it right out into the lineup,
Yeah.
set up a nice point,
We were thinking
Exactly.
the.
Well,
I
and
don't
that's
know
what-
why people
that's what
think
we're
the
gonna-
budget would be a problem.
I was thinking snapper fishing for over there at the underneath the old Harbor Bridge. Just drop it there.
Yeah.
You get snapper in there 130 feet deep. Just stretch it out a little bit.
Well,
yeah.
I think accidentally the Island Moon Engineering Services with our consultant Frank Floyd has just solved the Seagate problem.
That sounded very
yeah.
Seagate-ish, didn't it?
Exactly.
You just keep the tube ready to go.
Just
Just roll it
out
back
and
in
pump it
place.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're having a discussion yesterday at the Moon office about different kinds of construction for the Seagate. The theory is to put it where it was before, right at the end of Packery Basin. They, according to every kind of study, I think that would be the best as far as protecting any of the assets that would be in the soon-to-be developed, coming in 2019 Lake Padre area, and then the POA canals, and the different, the Seagate that was there previously was concrete shims with gaskets with like a metal pieces that would fit down in there, and it was never put into use, and the metal sat there so long it just rusted into nothing.
I liked how it looked, though. It's been a year since it looked that way, but it looked like if you ever saw the original movie King Kong, 1933, it looked like where they had King Kong behind the doors.
Yeah. It's like the Jurassic Park entrance.
This medieval fortress.
So I'm
Release the moat monsters.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what all is going to happen with that, and everybody's paying attention. If you want to keep following along with that, you can just go to islandmoon.com where you can stay abreast of everything. Nick Colosi jumping in, joining us this morning, and probably going to speak for a while on stuff that goes boom. Is that if I'm taking
It's time to re-up for the last thing that went boom. So we need to reorder for next year's fireworks display.
You're not talking about the duck hunters behind my house?
Well, that too.
Yeah.
That too. That has explosives and go bang. We'll take that too.
There you go.
Anything at all. Yeah, it's that time of year that we're talking fireworks again, and that we have to start thinking about it now because in January is when we have to make the down payment and sign the contract. Usually the second week of January.
It's like daylight saving. We fall back and load up in
Exactly.
winter.
Yeah.
Just remember when you see the island blast over there at Flower Bluff on the New Year's Eve. It's time to start thinking about raising money for next year's blast.
Absolutely. We go in with that. After the 4th of July, it's a handshake that we have first choice for the 4th of July, but we've got to come up with the money in January and sign the contract.
So-
last year, that was $13,500
Yeah.
for the down payment. So far, we have $7,000 in the bank, so we need $6,000 in the next 2 months so
And-
that we can go bang.
So last year we sat kind of at the yacht club area and watched the show, and from a viewer's perspective, it was outstanding. How's it been working with this company? Have you been happy with them? Communication been good?
This will be the third year that we've been using them.
Okay.
And they're just really easy to cooperate with.
Well, and so what all you mention this every once in a while, but I want to reiterate the fact that you have to go through a huge litany of 3-letter organizations to get this done, and it's not like a copy and stamp thing, right? You have to reapply every year with a.
Yeah, we deal with 14 agencies in the city, plus state and federal law.
Yeah.
And it's always, every year it's the same thing. I tell the city, it's going to be, the same producer, me, it's the same company in the same place on the same day. Why can't we just change one number from 25
Yeah,
to
exactly,
26? And they go, oh, no, we can't do that.
That's not how it works.
And then when we do get the contracts with the city and all that, because this is leases, permits, allowances, and everybody in the world. And even though it's the same contract, every year they find something to change. And
Yeah.
it just makes work.
Yeah.
But this company is really easy to work with. They've
And-
been with
and-
us now.
And you do this all volunteer power and put it on. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. It's really great. And we were kind of nervous with a 2-year-old and being that close to fireworks, but she had her little earmuffs on and she just loved it. Absolutely loved it. So it's good. We're looking forward to this coming year, which is coming up sooner than later.
Oh, wait, we start as of November.
Yeah.
And that I talked to Tom Bronson, who owns the company, and he tells me what new fireworks are available this year.
Okay.
And so we sit down, look at videos. and decide we plan the show.
So-
It's different every year.
Have you had any requests yet for a K-pop Demon Hunters firework?
Oh, we can probably arrange that.
I'm sure there's going to be a
There
Ruby or
was-
something in there.
That was fun going to the Halloween thing over at Boudin's house. I have never seen such interesting costumes. Although I did have to admit, I like the Bob, the painter guy.
Bob Ross,
Bob
yeah.
Ross painter guy. We had several of those, but this one guy came by and was like, "Oh my god!" It was just like, we're going to paint a little nice Halloween costume. Over here. but there was some K-pop kids that were twins or what was some kind of show that you said that a lot of folks were, and I saw. Some young lady came up and she was wearing a Clockwork Orange T-shirt,
yes.
and I thought, "Man, what has she been watching?"
Right, I know. Which kids are going around watching Stanley Kubrick films?
Especially Clockwork Orange.
I know. It's like, wow. It's
But that was fun.
Okay.
It's-
If you want to help us with the fireworks, there's two ways of doing it. Either make a check out to Island Blast and drop it off or mail it to the POA office. They don't run it, they just use it as a mail drop. But we can do that. Or if you want to use your credit card or debit card, go to GoFundMe and scroll
can
down to
find it there.
Island Blast. So either way, either credit
So
on
you need-
GoFundMe or a check.
$6,000 in 2 months.
Right.
Can I write you a check?
Absolutely. For
Okay.
6,000, I'd accept
Well,
your
I
check.
guess 6,005.
and you're not opposed to corporate sponsorships.
No, not at all.
If someone wants to jump in and help out, and maybe even help out annually, you are more than welcome to.
we have
Gulf Coast
tried-
Marine.
It's
we would
you're so
always
subtle.
we would always like a big sponsor. The thing is that to just send cold letters out, you get nothing. You have to know somebody who was a contact in the company.
Yeah.
And anybody who wants to talk to me, just call me up. I'll meet anywhere, anytime, and we'll talk about it.
If you
Talk to
can't
Mario.
find or get a hold of Nick, I believe you can probably send or get a hold of us at the Island Moon, and we can put him in contact with Nick, and get all this going. It's almost Christmas. Believe it or not, yesterday Lauren called me and said, "Hey, the girls and I have a surprise for you when you get home." And I was like, "All right, yeah, it sounds awesome. Okay, like funny." And walk in, and she had pulled the Christmas tree down out of the attic by herself and set it up with lights and the whole 9 yards. So Christmas stuff has already started at the house,
Well, if we-
which was just so fun because I think on Saturday we get our next cold front, so it'll actually start to feel like the holidays, which is I'm excited about. I need to go ahead and start prepping my I fry turkeys for Thanksgiving. So I usually try and do at least one or two beforehand, for practice. Right?
You got to get the grease right, the oil right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta
Season.
season the oil.
Well, you don't
Dale
want-
Rankin joining us. Good morning, buddy.
My sinus radar has informed me that there's a cold front on the way. And on the subject of turkeys, if you want to add some excitement to your Thanksgiving party, mix peanut oil and vegetable oil, and then drop a still not thawed turkey into a boiling pot, and you'll get some excitement.
Yeah, you'll
Make
get to-
sure
you'll be
the
missing
video
your eyebrows.
cameras
You'll
are
get to
on.
meet firefighters.
That'll be a big explosion, so you'll be ready for the 4th of July.
Yeah,
Right.
One
Exploding
more
turkeys.
reason for ESD number 2 on the island.
And then you just tell all your friends it's supposed to happen that way.
Greg,
Oh, no.
Greg Smith's also joining us. Good
Welcome,
morning,
Greg.
Good
We
morning,
haven't had you on in a while.
Good morning.
You've been hiding? You've been running around traveling or just busy working?
A little bit of both
Okay.
on there. I've been up in Cuero that my daughter got hit by one of the hailstorms that went through there.
Oh, no.
So, yeah.
Pretty
just
bad?
Pretty bad. Just one area, Myersville, on there. But this week earlier, I was at a TWIA meeting, and they're thinking somewhere between $50 and $100 million worth of damage in that Portland, Gregory, Taft area.
I haven't seen that kind of destruction since Dale lived there.
That's right. And they ran me out of there. Well, your daughter lost some chickens, right?
About 2,000 chickens.
Oh my gosh,
Hailed to death.
Wow.
that's
All hail the chicken.
a brutal way to go.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, they're not the smartest critters in the world, so you can imagine what's coming down from the sky.
Well, when we used to go do stories on heat waves, we would always go down the Gonzales Goliad area and go to the chicken farms because I guess the chickens get it every which direction.
Oh, chickens are not a very smart bird.
They have voting rights over there, right?
Yeah,
So you've been
in
on
New York.
you've been on both ends of the TWIA situation, right? sitting on the board and working out the coverage, and then cleaning up chickens after the hailstorm.
Yeah, yeah. I was really in the poop with it.
Will Windstorm pay for chickens?
No, no. With it, I can see us going with that coverage on there. We're talking artificial intelligence, and boy, you'd get some squawks out of that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it's not
Playing
crop
for chickens.
insurance. It's sort of like crop insurance. I mean, but
Yeah, it's-
Crop insurance.
They're uncovered chickens. Yeah.
yeah,
They're featherless. Those birds are.
Well, I was just thinking, Nick,
On the coop.
couldn't there be some opportunity to have a shredded chicken fiesta with the carcasses? Because they were on ice for a little while.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to block them, but they're chilled.
There's a lot of happy buzzards and coyotes in Myersville, Texas, right?
Oh, man.
Well, there might be a market there for chicken helmets.
Yeah.
I bet you could get a patent on those. Be difficult to put in place.
I'll tell my daughter, but she's probably not going to want to go resuscitate those chickens, right?
Oh, that's too bad. That's tragic. That's their whole business model was
Yeah,
all those
that's-
2,000 chickens now that should be living at home with you, coming home to roost
Yeah,
again.
yeah, coming home to roost, yeah. No chicken soup in our pot.
So I was looking at, I was going back through my files yesterday trying to determine what year this is going to be for the fireworks. I think it's 14.
I think so, something like that. I lose track. I think it was like 12, but
Yeah.
you've got better records than I do.
We skipped a year because of COVID.
Yeah, we had to skip a year because you couldn't get a permit. The city wouldn't allow any large crowds.
In about 1,000 years, they'll be checking the fire rings on the
On the trees,
on the,
yeah.
on the island to see. It's like they once held a festival here, and it looks like they lit the barrier island on fire about every other year.
Oh, don't say it was climate change. True indicator on there. See this level?
And right there, the final touches will be putting on the Ted Mandel Bridge.
Exactly.
Well, and speaking of permits, Nick, you were telling me about an event you, I guess, got permitted down at what's now the Hilliard Center.
Yes.
Recently, what exactly happened? I didn't remember the whole story. It was something to do with retired Navy personnel.
No, not Navy. This was it's an annual Navy birthday party.
Okay.
And this year it was 250 years of Navy. So this
Gotcha.
was, it's a party every year, but this year we just pulled out all the stops to have a huge party at Hilliard.
How was it working with the facility down there?
Well, as everything else, it's sort of like a wedding. It works in the end, but we had a lot of really rough spots along the way. In that
So does Metamucil.
yeah, it was a huge success. We ended up having 592 people come to the party for dinner.
So how was it to get the going through the process? You were involved with organizing it, right?
Right. There's a 7-member committee who runs it. I was vice chairman of the committee. And we were working with the American Bank Center, and we were doing the usual stuff and without any real difficulties and problems.
Right.
And then about 3 or 4 weeks before the event, all of a sudden we had 2 new women who showed up and said they were the new event planners for Hilliard. And they said, "You're having a party or something?" And
This was 2 weeks out.
this
Or
was
something.
This was 3
Yeah.
weeks out.
Oh, boy.
They're apparently a big changeover, so we started from scratch. That went along really well, except we had to sign about 2 months before. We had a contract that we had to sign for the estimated cost,
Right.
which I wasn't happy signing estimated costs, but I was one out of 7 votes. We
Good
did.
work if you can get it. If you're
Yeah,
on
it
the
was nice.
seller's side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you owe that money in advance.
We tried that with the desal plant.
Yeah, we did that before.
Yeah, that went
So
real
we
well.
did this, and about 2 weeks we said, "Where's the final invoice?" And they said, "Well, we're working on it." So it turns out on Monday, 5 days before the event, we got the final invoice, and they had.
And it was less than the original estimate.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And so originally we had like 4 other people who were going to be there for supervisors and all that, and that kind of suddenly became 9 people. A couple of
So it
things
worked
that-
twice as well.
Yeah, excellent. Well, they changed some of the things about the cost and how we were going to run the bars. They added a few items that we thought originally were included in the rental.
Right.
So it ended up that their changes cost us about an extra $8,000. And in our budget, we had budgeted about $80,000 for the party, And in that, I had a $5,000 slush fund just for it. But we got hit. And
Wow.
of course, we got that 5 days before. So they said, well, they would understand, or if we wish, we could cancel the party and move. Well, how do I move 592 people on 4
Right.
days' notice?
So that's very similar to what we've seen before with OBG. Is that what it is? OBGYN or OB? Yeah, them.
It's about the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want a party, $80,000 party with 700 sailors. Now, that's a party.
That's the party. So it's interesting because we've got everything, from the 17 and 18-year-olds who have been in the Navy for a month, and we have
Right.
really old people like me who have been around forever. So it worked out. It worked out well. One of our big things is we were sitting in our speaker. We had the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy as our speaker. And he's giving a speech, and all of a sudden I realized there's a lot of noise in the room. I turned around, and they were bringing out dinner with all the noise of plates and so forth
While he's speaking,
while he's speaking. So I went to
turn
find
up the volume on the mic.
yeah, sometime. So we talked to the banquet captain and said, no, you can't do that, not when we've got our speaker going. And he just kind of nodded his head and waited 5 minutes, did it again. And so they went over and said, that's it. And they said, well, you can't do that. And I said, yeah, I'm paying the bill.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for that reason, dinner came out late and cold. But
Oh.
it's a banquet.
Well,
that's
that's
what you expect.
That's
Right.
how it goes with the state of the county, the state of the city. Though they're glad handing each other and patting each other on the back,
Yeah.
and then they're serving while they're talking. Otherwise,
Yes.
you end up with cold. So that's not unusual.
Oh no, it's the usual. You
Yeah.
expect it, but it was the noise that we said no, not while our guest is speaking.
Well, we went down to the opening of the new Harbor Bridge, and Chewy, our state senator, was speaking, and a ship went under and started blowing its horn, and he went right on through. He just kept right on talking like he didn't hear that ship. Sort of the same thing. Your speakers just got to persevere,
Yeah.
right?
Just
Yeah.
keep going.
Turn up the mic and keep going,
So,
The show must go on.
right?
yeah, it went on. It ended up. Everyone had a really good time.
But they were okay to deal with. I mean, it sounds like you were caught in the transition.
Yeah, we did. We had thought when it was just going to be changing the name on the building. Well, it wasn't management or something. It was completely radically different.
Right.
And it's the sort of thing. 592 people. How many places can you go?
Yeah.
So they added 4 managers.
Yeah.
Yeah, managers in some of the terms of the contract, but
Huh.
it worked. Everyone had a good time outside of one or two of us on the board.
Well, and operations are
nobody
still-
knew
Right.
that there were problems.
Right.
Operations are still handled through the OVG group. Is that correct?
I guess I don't know who it is.
Yeah. All Hilliard did was write a check.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people don't call Hilliard up and say, "Oh gosh, the service was lousy," because they just write a check and that's it. Have
Right.
nothing else to do.
It's
How'd you like to be answering that phone?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I went down there and I paid $7 for a beer. Ma'am, this is a law office. I don't- So
Too funny.
I was going back through some old issues this week, Greg, and I found in 2014 the deficit down at what then the American Bank Center was 12.5.
Yeah.
And we've gotten better since. We've gone up to 14.5.
We're improving. Yeah, from a governmental side, we're improving.
We lose a little on
Deficit
each
is
deal,
increased.
but we make it up in volume.
That's right. On there.
It's $39,000 a day.
So when is and you don't hear much about that anymore. For a while, it was kind of when you were there, it was kind of in the news. Now it's kind of faded back into the background. I think it might be time for an open records request to get a copy of the lease on that place and see exactly who's handling the money.
Well, yes, with OVG, and it was really about 2020 when they fessed up and admitted to that deficit because they bury it in all of these different accounts. That
remember that.
$12 million on
Yeah.
there, it takes a lot of time. A little bit here and a little bit there, and all the little bits add up to a lot bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, the last time I read the lease, and it's been a couple of years, they may have signed a new one. The city pays the maintenance and the repairs, but they don't hire the subcontractors. That's done by the person who leases the building. So it's hard to find out who they're writing checks to.
That's right, and the money comes from different sources. That's probably the biggest reason. You've got a lot of buckets that it comes from, and then it gets camouflaged. The revenue coming in from Nick's events, et cetera, gets thrown in this bucket, and the
Right.
expenses get taken out of another bucket, and the place is on fire, and all the buckets are empty.
Right. We kind of had that kind of was front and center for a while, then it's kind of faded into the background now.
There's nobody on council that's watching that with it. Like you said, when I was there, it was a big deal because tourism, the biggest bucket that it comes out of is the
Hot tax.
hot tax.
Yeah.
And, we know how important the beach is
Yeah.
on there. And so that's money that could be spent promoting
Yeah.
our coastal environment that goes to a convention center, competes with 3,500 other convention centers
Yeah.
in this country.
They just voted in San Antonio yesterday, voted up revenue bonds, I believe they were, they're going to move the Spurs back downtown, expand their convention center,
Really? putting
in a hotel. They're already, I think, working on the hotel the last time I heard.
Well, they just finished up the Texas Municipal League. It's where all of your cities and counties get together and the vendors sell everything and stuff. So one of the big seminars is who can spend the most money on the convention center and drain the most out of the public's.
Right. Because it's like they look at it as free money. The
Yeah.
tourists
Yeah.
are paying. And one other thing in San Antonio was the tax. It's hot tax, but it's also tax on rental cars. So it's like, well, it's money that lands at the airport. We don't really do anything for it. But then again, you look on the other side and you see when it's well spent what it can do. I went to a concert last Friday night at the Sip Yard up in Port Aransas, and the band was paid for with money from the city, from hot tax money.
They don't have a convention center, so they got a little money to spare.
And you were talking earlier, Oggs, about how there weren't as many, or Tyler, there weren't as many people on the street. Well, there were that night. There were several hundred people in that place at a time when otherwise the streets would have been deserted. It's a good use of money like that.
I agree. And the South Padre did that several years ago, and they had the Gypsy Kings. They had,
yeah.
I mean, they had First Light Entertainment every weekend.
Yeah.
Just
Well, they're
to keep
doing that.
people around.
That's what they're doing up there. This is Shiny Ribs. They're not cheap.
No,
They're 9-piece, and the place, it was full. It was a great event for the city at a time when otherwise the hotels would have been empty.
Yeah.
And it's but that you can't do that when you're paying deficits on an empty facility.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with the money.
or 40% of your budget's going for that with it. And you look, you've got Houston expanding, San Antonio expanding, Dallas expanding on there. The amount of money that's going on, and we were talking about doing, and I forgot how many hundreds of millions that Prop A with
Yeah.
it, and we can't compete against those people.
Right. We need to find a niche.
You need to find a niche, and our niche is the beach.
Something
Yes.
like the beach.
Yeah.
That might be. Yeah.
Yeah. Something about fishing and surfing.
They
I
can't
don't
build
know.
one of
Weird.
those,
It'd be
although
kinda
they
hard
might
to-
try.
Yeah.
They're-
They got wave pools all over the place now.
Yeah,
Sailing-
that's true.
Sailing event was a good.
Well,
deal.
Waco's got a surf event,
Yeah,
right?
I'll be up there in a
Of
few weeks.
course, yeah, Waco. What do you expect?
So everybody
that's the
thinks where you go
capital
surfing.
of Texas, right?
Well, I still have the
People
list.
fly from all over the planet
Yeah.
to surf Waco. World champions have rented the pool out for a week before
It's
a contest and gone and practiced specific moves in Waco, Texas.
And here we're competing with convention centers. out there.
Well, I don't understand why there isn't a wave pool in somewhere around. I would guess like Cal Allen. You can get the San Antonio, Austin crowd, and it's easy. It's quick enough from Houston. You still have everybody from the coast that can get there, and the land, the property is probably way cheaper. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to do it out here. I don't know if there was
What's wrong with salt?
decent or
Yeah.
out of room.
Well, you got to find.
if you pipe in, well, we're not going to pipe it from the plant and use the effluent, right? Yeah.
Apparently, when you hold a
They got
meeting,
brown surf in Galveston already. We don't need it down here.
Use that well water I got out here. Boy, that stuff smells great.
Oh yeah.
you hold a water meeting in Cal Allen, and apparently people get a little worked up. So that's what I heard this week.
Yeah.
But along those lines, we now have 248 acres, I believe it is, of land for sale on the island as of this week. The Axis property that was part of we're still getting the fallout from the Schlitterbahn bankruptcy, 2018. Two pieces of property that changed hands in that are now on the market over development over 240 acres, I believe it is, over behind 30 acres behind Aquarius. There's over 3,000 lots over there.
That's a nice piece of property
And
too.
it's
the boom was kind of busted. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say busted, but the demand isn't where it was several years ago.
So so Axis well, it's through a subsidiary, but it's Axis.
Yeah.
And they also put the 10 acres at the corner of Whitecap and SPID on the market. That used to be man-made wetlands. Now, now they can fill it. You got to bring in sand, and I talked to some contractors this week. They estimate the cost in 7 figures to
For
get
sa-
that
for
up.
the sand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got to get it up to 11 feet, if I remember.
Oh, is that where the floodplain is now?
Why,
Or I
why
guess
does,
not
the,
floodplain,
why does the
elevation.
name Dr. Gully come up in mind about Phil Sand?
Well, but Brian's has been missing in action. His phone's been going to straight into voicemail, and I hear he's floating somewhere around Africa. So when he comes back in a couple of weeks, I imagine he'll have some gully stories.
We'll
to
get an
tell us.
update from that. Well, I got to say good morning to everybody out there. It is 7:30. It's Island Moon Thursdays. We are live from Doc's Seafood and Steaks. Tyler Thorson, Frank Floyd, Greg Smith, Nick Colosi, Dale Rankin, and my name is Jacob Oggs. We are glad you are joining us. If you're following us on YouTube, just go to Island Moon Live, and you can see how the sausage is made. We've got everything running here. We're also on KUKA Driscoll, Texas, 105.9, 103.3. También en Retro Tejano, 104.1. Buenos dias, amigos. And I got to tell you, the last time I was here at Doc's, I really wanted to get the coconut shrimp, but I ended up going with the stuffed flounder. And I keep going back to it. It is so delicious. I highly recommend it. They've got amazing fried shrimp. They've got all kinds of stuff from land and sea. Chicken fried steak, Fiesta chicken, Doc's Yardbird, hail-free Yardbird out here, and all the great specialty drinks, and you could put up with, plus some great sunsets. And with the weather being so gorgeous, it's definitely worth taking the family or your friends are in from out of town. Come out to Doc's and watch a sunset and really spoil them, show them just how really nice it is down here. But one thing that I do want to get to, touch on real quick, talking about downtown and veterans, the post office off of Tonkawa is to be renamed in honor of World War II veteran Bob Batterson. Saw that was going on this week. Dotson wrote a nice bit about it, which is really cool. It's awesome. I remember every Pearl Harbor Day and Veterans Day and stuff. It was always a good interview or some footage of Bob there running around. So that's awesome. It's a great way to remember someone special to our area, the Coastal Bend. And also, getting back on this side of the causeway, we've got some movement and shaking, moving and shaking with Muddle and Puddle. For those who aren't familiar with Muddle and Puddle, they're the areas underneath the JFK Causeway that flood every time we either get a high tide or it rains. And it's looking like the bridge may be headed for the area under the bridge may be heading for a 2026 bond package. I know it was on the bond in 2018
Right.
and passed.
But
And
they spent all the money on studies and engineers and consultants.
Wasn't it what? It was $1.5 million, wasn't it?
Yeah.
they spent studies on 3 different times. They had to come back and confirm that it wasn't a wetland, so
But-
they can put stuff there.
The normal practice there is 8 studies. So after you get 8
Yeah.
studies done, you go to studies of the study.
8 times the charm. Yeah.
Wait, that was
So we need another bond. We need 5 more studies.
that was the Don Patricio canal study.
Or you could just rent a dump truck and spend one night and take care of
That
it.
sounds like
Yeah.
Ernie.
Got to be at night, Frank.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no lights under there. So.
So it's good to see that at least something is happening on that. It's as long as we're moving forward with it, I'm okay.
We got property taxes.
We've got another issue, and they're going to be. They've been talking about it Monday. The city got a grant for the trestle, the Oso trestle, to tie
Yes.
the 2 sides together, Oso Nature Preserve and Flower Bluff, and it's just sitting there. And if the bureaucracy doesn't start getting motivated, the city is going to lose that $11 million grant with it. So some folks are really kind of getting a little bit nervous about that.
Justifiably. Who needs to pick up the noise on that? What's the next step in the process?
Well, good Flower Bluff is we just need to get the torches and some pitchforks and everybody show up.
Who do we poke?
Yeah.
Which office do we picket?
Yeah. Okay. Engineers, consultants, studiers, or whatever else.
Well, they do have the engineers and the consultants, and I noticed they've widened the area over there, and they've had a lot of I guess it's LJA folks. Is that
Yeah.
their project? It is such. That's one of my favorite areas because there's. if any kind of kid or person or wants to bird watch or see wildlife, whether it might be rattlesnakes as well and tortoises and that
that's
sort of thing, it's the
wildlife.
best place.
Yeah.
And I was driving there the other day, and kids coming back with his fishing pole. It's like, and a student from A&M Corpus Christi. It's like, I wish I'd had a place where I could just like pack a rod and go catch a trout or a flounder within bike range of my. UT, you had to go to. I guess you could go to Town Lake.
Well, you could
Yeah.
fish in the San Marcos River when I was there, but you'd probably catch somebody on a tube.
Yeah, exactly.
So now that we have these northerns, and there's we even spotted some ducks coming in earlier.
Yeah.
What kind of birds can you expect to see around the
Well, now the sandhill cranes. I've heard them, but I would expect those. What you have been seeing are the ibises with
Ibis?
The
Yeah.
ibis. They come back in April, and then they're back again, and you can always tell that the new kid is with them. Is the kind of redhead with the little white on him still, and this is their first trip. Also, we noticed a lot last week at the Fall Fiesta. Thank you for everybody who came out to Fall Fiesta. That was cool. There were a lot of monarch butterflies making
Yeah.
that super
Yeah.
monarchs making their trip down there and doing whatever they do.
How do you? I saw a tag on one of those things.
Yes,
How do you tag a
I was
monarch
about to say,
butterfly?
they must be
got-
very light. If the tags are heavy, they just track them going in
flying in a
circles because one
circle.
side is heavier than the other.
Boy, did that butterfly win the lottery. Here's your tag.
Well, I remember as a young tot. Okay, I was a teenager in Waco. This is way before the surf thing became big in Waco. We would shoot at the monarchs with pellet guns, BB guns, and you can see. Oh, look, there's a hole in there. So some of them
It's like
that
swatting
was like
dragonflies
tagging.
with a tennis racket.
Giving us
Yeah.
speed holes or
Yeah,
what?
yeah. Well, it's, lightening their load. So yeah, no, it's the birds you'll expect right now are those mainly those, and of course the ducks that are migrating in. I know Leo and Kimmy went and shot. They had shovelers.
Really?
Now,
Okay.
yeah, that was disappointing as far as the numbers of regular sexy ducks coming in, and even they were looking forward to like redheads coming over. That's how bad it was. But this morning I saw redheads and the higher flyers. Their wings were beating faster. So the ducks are moving in. We've got flounder season closed. I know one of our friends caught. I guess it was Marty was fishing with a buddy, and the guy got like a 23-inch flounder, which is a good sized flounder.
Saddle blanket.
Yeah.
I haven't seen as
exactly.
many fishermen in boats and
Yesterday,
Factory Channel.
Right. Yesterday, I drove over the channel. We went to Port Aransas, and I was waiting for the flotilla. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't walk across the boats today. I didn't even
Yeah.
see anybody on that side. So that might be over with, but
The Spanish Armada.
you don't have.
you wander in?
The tide was high again yesterday, so what you're going to see is gradually these finger mullet and the bait will move offshore, and you'll still get the runs of redfish running down the beach. I know.
Well, I had a little traffic jam in the parking lot over across from JFK this week. We had that area. We closed down Packery Bar and Grill. We're going through some revisions, and all of a sudden, man, it turned into a dumping ground for abandoned vehicles. I got a work barge and a car with 2 flat tires and 2 or 3 sailboats. Sailboats are notoriously left behind. They pay 1 month's rent in a slip, and then you'd never see them again. So I went on Facebook and I put pictures of them, and I won't do that again. My phone started ringing. A guy calls me up and said, "I'm here." It was within 10 minutes. Said, "I'm here. I got a trailer hitch." And I said, "Well, I don't have title to any of these things, but they're abandoned." So
Yeah.
and we got rid of the we got rid of the barge, and the sailboats got a tag. I give thanks to the city, give them some kudos. They came out and green tagged the car that's been there for 2 months with 2 flat tires, and the sailboat, which I guess will be gone in a couple of days. But it's amazing how quickly an area like that goes to seed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, and I want to throw a big thank you out to our friends at the Texas General Land Office, Oil Spill Division, Big Al and a bunch of the other crew there, and our friends at CETO for helping out getting those abandoned sailboats that were out here
Yeah.
over onto the dry land so they could be basically cleaned out. And
Yeah.
Al told me by the time they had all 3 of them there and then came to start, cutting and hauling them out the next day, every piece of stainless or brass or
Yeah.
anything was gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
That's what happened to these. But it's, and it was an aluminum work barge with a motor on it, which sounds pretty good, except it'd been submerged in salt water so long there were barnacles on the top of the motor cowling. And so
It's probably fun.
I'm thinking, well, I could turn that into a party barge and then let it go. And so, anyway, what you were talking earlier about the work under the JFK, I hope right now the scope of work doesn't include the paving of that parking lot, but it needs to. They're talking about putting it on the 26 bonds, and looks like we're finally going to get some progress on the Twin Lakes of Muddle and Puddle under the bridge. But we need to get the parking lot paved because about 15 years ago, the dam went in over there. They ran out of money, didn't pave the parking lot. Now here we are, 10, 12 years later, right back where we were. If we don't pave it now, it's what's going to happen again. So I would encourage anyone who has the power out. This week, the ISAC did its priorities for the 2026 bond. They still haven't voted, but they put the JFK work at the top of the list, which needs to be done.
Well, yeah, and look at it strategically. That is the only and most accessible boat ramp this side of the Upper Laguna.
Yeah.
Right.
You know?
After everything's going on in the bluff.
Yeah. So, I mean, that area is going to get a ton of traffic, especially coming up through this summer and this season. So, I'd say get it set up and do it
they
now.
put Commodore's Park Phase 2. I believe they haven't finalized the list, but I think that's going to be second. And the paving of Sand Street, which will add. They said they did some numbers, and they said that paving will pay for itself in property taxes in a little under 10 years. So those are the three things that the island's going to be looking for on the 2026 bonds, which I'm told will be finalized sometime in August.
That's
the list. So, we've been kind of skunked on the parks bonds in the past. I went through back to 2012, and I think it was $98 million, and we got 4 or 5 over that period of time. So we're due for a little help out here.
All right. Well, I'll also say we're due for a quick little radio break. And if you're listening on 105.9 and 103.3, just hang tight. We will be right on back right after these.
From the first glass of water in the morning to the clean dishes after dinner and every refreshing shower in between, water is part of everything we do. That's why Corpus Christi Water works hard to provide safe, high-quality water.
All right. Oh, let me meet the EOC.
That trestle's a big deal. So
Hey, see, now everybody on YouTube knows we're on a radio commercial.
Grace Community Church.
La Posada people are coming in, and our soccer coach, do we call it soccer or football? I'm not sure. Whichever
yeah.
one it is.
Yeah.
Football where you don't use your hands.
He's not from here, so he can say both.
Right. I guess he's coming in, 7:30?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Man, I still can't get used to daylight in the morning when I get up to come in here. It's just
They got the money for the construction.
Yeah.
1 week it's dark and the next week it's light.
Yeah, we were sitting down about to get everything going for the show, and I was like, it's so bright out here. This is crazy.
The engineers is what 35% of stuff now. It's only in Texas it's that way.
Yeah.
Because they come. I get my engineers all cut.
Did you get the pronouncing?
Yes. Eamon and think the man's showing up right now.
Good.
How you doing, Frank? Yeah.
Didn't have anybody to
Jersey, you need to warm up my coffee. It's right there.
Oh, you talking about a kayak day, though. Oh, yeah. Oh, you can just be cutting right along. Against the wind. Because there's no wind. Yeah.
We can switch out now or later, whenever.
Who's right in there?
Nice, yeah. Looks like Sunday night, Monday morning's gonna be the day after that cold front comes through.
I lost one I had. I got one from Sharkathon, and I had to put it back on 3 notches.
We're good? Okay. You can make one last plea once we come back from the break. Help everybody!
Well, then you got the December last,
Yep.
get that check.
Visit Hicks Automotive Group, 3102 SPID, and experience the excellence
All right.
that has kept our
About to
community
come
strong
on back.
for over 60 years. Hicks Automotive Group since 1966.
Retro Tejano 104.1 and Retro Country 105.9 and 103.3, and available worldwide on our app at Retro Radio CC. It's the Power Hour with Larry Elizondo, the Godfather,
Scoot up a
who
little
makes
bit.
street sense meet
got the-
common sense.
There you go.
Now,
So everybody can
live
see.
from Doc's Seafood and Steaks, it's Island Moon Thursdays.
Yes, it is. Thank you, Eddie Conyas. Coming back from our commercial break there. And a few people out, a few people back. We've got Ayman Zayed. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, not bad. Eamon Zayed.
Ayman Zayed. Okay, awesome. The Corpus Christi CCFC soccer coach. And you're kind of like a coach and manager role. Is that right? How does this work?
Yeah, so head coach and sporting director. So
Sporting director. Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you've had quite the international football career, if I'm not mistaken. I saw where you were on the Irish under-20 team.
I was.
That's outstanding. How cool.
Yeah.
And you played for what was it, Libya?
The Libya national team, yeah.
Yeah. So run us just a quick little brief history through your soccer, your football career.
Yeah, look, football's taken me everywhere. Started up, obviously born and bred in Ireland. So started my career in Ireland. Had a stint over in England with Leicester City, playing professional soccer over there when I was 17 to 19.
The Foxes, all right.
That's right, yeah.
All right.
You're still fair play.
Yeah.
Yeah, spent a couple of years over there. That's where my youth career was, my youth professional career. Then came back to Ireland. Played a number of years in Ireland, and then just went on a journey. I ended up going to Norway. Had a stint there. Played in Iran. Played in Malaysia. Back in England, back in Ireland, and then came over to the States
So
to
how-
play in 2016.
So how'd you land here at Corpus?
So I came over to the States in 2016 to play soccer for a team in the NASL called Indy 11. So I played for about 5 years, and in 2021 I was always interested in coaching, and I had started my kind of coaching journey whilst I was playing my last few years. But in 2021 I took over Northern Colorado Hellstorm as the head coach and sporting director there, brand new franchise back in 2022. And left them in 2024, and here I am in Corpus.
So how have you seen kind of call it football? How have you seen football, international football? Have you seen that develop in the States and since you got here?
I've seen a massive difference. Probably the biggest difference that I've seen is with kids, younger kids. Obviously, in America, it's a different landscape than what I'm used to. You're competing with obviously the likes of American football and basketball, which are always going to be the bigger sports in the country, alongside baseball. But I do feel that soccer is growing more and more popular with kids, especially. You see youth clubs growing immensely. I don't know if it's in the back of issues that American football had, with concussions and stuff like that, and kids are.
That's a good point, yeah.
Parents are pushing their kids towards soccer, but it's definitely a growing sport, and I've seen a massive difference from when I came in 2016 to now.
So one of the things that I've noticed and had kind of conversations about, is as to why soccer isn't more popular at the collegiate or professional level, is one of the theories is that any kid that's in the States that is shows great athletic ability, they'll usually go towards baseball, basketball, or football, like you said, because there are more avenues to the professional career there. Whereas the U.S., we don't really have the academy systems like you've got over in England, Ireland, and stuff, right? So it's a different kind of setup. But one thing that we are seeing and thanks to Title IX, a lot of this was the rise in collegiate women's sports. I know. I remember when the Islanders got our D1 women's soccer team, and that was a huge accomplishment. And they've been doing great. So that's a lot of fun, and I enjoy that. I'm training my girls now to play. I think the older one is going to be a forward for the Islanders. I'm not sure. And you were a forward yourself, right? Striker?
I was, yeah, I was. I was a striker indeed. But no, you're dead right. Soccer, the women's soccer in America has always been the biggest in the world. And in fact, you see the likes of European countries, England and Spain and Germany, they're trying to catch up in women's soccer with the US. And they've probably caught up over the last few years. And you see that with the national team. However, the US now are pumping more money and more resources into the women's soccer again, and that's growing immensely. In 2017, I coached a women's university team in Indiana whilst I was there, and I loved it. Yeah,
that's awesome.
It was brilliant, and I actually thought that was the avenue I was going to go down, women's soccer, because it's so big and popular in the States. Hopefully you'll see that with the men's as well, because that's definitely growing. I mean, you see franchises popping up all the time, professional franchises that give a realistic pathway to grow for younger kids. Obviously here in Corpus Christi we're trying to do that.
Exactly, and we've got, with the World Cup coming up this next year in the USA, Canada, and Mexico, it's going to bring a big kind of highlighter to soccer in the States, and I'm curious about it. I know the US, I think our group matches are slated for 2 in California and 1 in New York. But there will be matches played at AT&T in Arlington and matches played at Energy Stadium in Houston, and I will be there. I don't care. I don't care if it's like Senegal versus Wales or whoever.
Oh yeah, because we used to go to a certain bar and watch the Senegal versus Mexico or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, don't you know? It's like,
yeah,
I didn't know that it was a big deal. But I think the way you get more Americans into soccer is because when I was growing up, it was like, you wouldn't play soccer unless your mom wouldn't let you play football, and we didn't have any soccer. I mean, I knew Pele and all that kind of stuff, but now all my grandsons and all those, they're into that. One's in the Sting League, and there's a lot of that. I think they like soccer over football now, which never used to be that way, at least in Corpus Christi. So I think it's a great thing. It's better sport for them. They don't get the concussions, although they run into each other a lot and get kicked in the face with the ball, but.
Yeah.
But other than that, you look more like you'd play rugby, because he looks like a boxer. Rather than not that all soccer guys are all thin. And
no, I hear you. Yeah, no, listen, managerial, stepping away from the playing game, managerial roles will definitely get you a different type of shape. But my dad. My dad was a boxer.
Okay, you look like Rocky. He looks like Rocky Marciano.
Yeah, my dad was a boxer growing up, and yes, fully enough, he did try to put me into boxing, just more so as for fitness than anything else, because obviously I played soccer. But I've gotten that before. So I actually remember the first time I stepped into a ring. I was only about a 14-year-old. My dad had brought me for the first time, 13 or 14, and when I stepped into the ring, I was with a couple of my friends. And the instructor was kind of going easy on my friends, and he kept saying to me, just like you, he kept saying to me, "You look like a boxer. You look like a boxer." And before I even had anything to say, I got 2 punches to the face. And I don't know, maybe he thought I was a boxer because he was laying into me, and my friends got away quite easy. That was my very first experience in the ring. Yeah, because he thought I looked like a boxer. He thought I could take a punch. Yeah.
And that's how you started your soccer career.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
So in South Texas, are we supposed to call it football or soccer? If we say football, it confuses people, right?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, listen, I'm used to now being in the States so long. I'm used to calling it soccer. But when I go home and I say soccer around my friends, they want to punch me in the face.
The boxing goes up again.
Yeah. No.
How many teams in the league?
So next season there will be 20 teams, I believe. It's seeing massive growth.
How many in Texas?
In Texas. In the USL, you have a couple, San Antonio, Austin Ware around. Not anymore, but no, you have in Texas. You got a good. Obviously, Texas is so big. You got a good collection of soccer teams, MLS teams, USL Champion teams, and USL League One teams.
So, what people don't realize is in the past, you used to be able to get an MLS franchise for under $8 million, 7.5 at one point, I think. Yeah. And now you can't even touch an MLS franchise for anything less than like 25 or 32 million. I think.
No, you can multiply that figure by more? At least. I think you multiply that by closer to 20.
Oh, man.
It's so the last, just to give you, so the last in Denver, they got an NWSL team, which is a women's professional team. They paid 130 million, I think, for that. And I think the men's now is, I know a few years ago they were looking at that 300 million range, and it's grown. That was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's grown. But I do remember, it's funny, I do remember back in the early 2000s, very early 2000s, it was less than 10 million for an MLS franchise.
Well, as you get a new generation coming up that played it at a younger age, you got a whole new audience coming in.
100%. And then you got some obviously big stars. I think one of the best investments David Beckham ever did was he obviously played over here in the States, but he also got the rights to a franchise in Miami as part of his contract. I mean, that was an unbelievable deal. And then you have obviously the likes of Messi, as you said, best player to ever grace the field, coming over playing in Miami. Absolutely, there's no arguments with that. You're obviously a Ronaldo fan, or are we going back further?
I'm Ronaldo. Ronaldo's is, I would venture so. Of course, they're both amazing. I wouldn't turn either one of them down.
Absolutely,
for a pickup
absolutely.
game.
Absolutely.
Well, so you played internationally for many years.
I did, yeah.
What's the lifestyle like with that? Do you move every year, or do you tend to stick with a team for a while?
No, like you'll sign a contract can range from anywhere from, I mean, typically a year to 2 to 3 years. So look, obviously, if you as a player you're enjoying it and you're playing well,
right?
You might want to stay or potentially look for a bigger team. But ultimately, it's whatever the contract you signed. My experience when you go into as a foreign international player going into a different environment, different culture, a lot of the people don't know who you are, so you have to make a name for yourself. So you have to play well and produce the goods.
So you move from league to league as you move around?
Yeah. Teams will come in and I mean, as a soccer player, that's, I don't know, one of the things I've always enjoyed, being able to move around, the flexibility of being able to play a game that you love, but also get paid for it and travel and see the world.
Right. Where in the hierarchy of soccer leagues does the American Professional League fall? I know it's not the Premier League or anything like that.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's a nice try.
Yeah, it's about a 4.
No.
It's difficult. It's difficult to say, honestly. I do actually. There's obviously stats out there that they put out in terms of. I'm talking the top of the American period, which is the MLS, and I can't remember. I saw it recently, and they were quite high up. Like they were higher up than you would have thought. I don't know if they were 14th in the world, or even further ahead than that. So it was further ahead than that.
One of the things that has been, I guess it kind of started with David Beckham, was, MLS was a place where old soccer careers would come to die because people will fill stadiums to go see the stars, Beckham, Messi, there's a litany of people that have come from, like further on in their career and then still,
Messi just re-signed, didn't he? I think.
He did, yeah. You're right, yeah. Miami, one more season. He's trying to get ready for the World Cup next year.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Miami's it's a tough hustle for any sport. It's the Dolphins town. I used to live down there.
Oh yeah.
And I never saw a town that hated a baseball team as much as that people that hate the Marlins, because they won a World Series and then sold off all their players, and everybody knew it. How did the team come to be located here in Corpus? What's your origin?
So the origin, from what I believe, Dr. Kingsley is the owner, and he started a USL 2 franchise 6-7 years ago. Now USL 2 is a pre-professional league. It's run through the summer, and the best collegiate players in the country will play USL 2. So some really fantastic players have come through that system. So we started in Corpus Christi a USL 2 franchise again 6-7 years ago. I think from talking to Dr. Kingsley, he's always had the idea and the vision to one day have a professional soccer team. I know that he had looked at it over the last number of years, but for me it was and what he said, it was about timing, and he feels that the time is right now to jump into professional soccer.
How many players on the roster?
You can have I say average 22, 23. You can have a couple more, a couple less, give and take.
And where are you scouting most of the players from? Other leagues or
all over the world? Yeah. Listen, I've been on. I have a call with a player from Colombia and Panama on Friday. I spoke to a player in the UK yesterday, a player in Africa last week. I'm scouting from all over.
Yeah.
Do you work through agents, or you go directly to the players?
A lot of it's through agents, and I played 20 odd years, and as I said,
So you can
mentioned
speak their
earlier, so
language.
I've don't speak too many languages unless a player speaks Irish.
Yeah.
And they communicate through Irish. Other than that,
You're from Ireland. You speak English very well.
but no, through agents, through contacts, through networks, and then obviously look at being in the US system for a long time. So again,
So
I
the
have a
players
good
come
catalog.
to you, or do you
Both, but a lot of it is through agents. Agents will come to me and try to sell on their players. But again, I've been involved in it so long that I know who to trust and who to go to.
Right.
Outstanding. Well, we've got Eamon Zayed here, the sporting director and head coach of the Sharks, Corpus Christi Sharks,
Corpus
or
Christi
just
FC
Corpus Christi
Sharks.
FC.
Yeah,
Okay.
Corpus Christi FC, but the nickname's the Sharks.
Okay,
Yeah.
outstanding. Tyler Thorson, Dale Rankin, Greg Smith, Nick Colosi, and my name is Jacob Oggs. Debbie Noble's here running around as well. We'll have her on the mic later. We are just talking about all things with the new soccer club coming, and I am letting you know that you are listening to KUKA Driscoll, Texas, 105.9 and 103.3, y también en Retro Tejano 104.1. Buenos dias, amigos. And we are on YouTube on Isla Moon Live. So if you find yourself wanting to go back and capture the entire interview here with Eamon, you can just go to YouTube, go to Isla Moon Live, and backtrack and find all the best spots. Nick, while we have you here, I know we're going to jump to a few other things, but you wanted to give one last Island Blast call, right?
One last call. In that remind everybody that we get no tax money, no government money whatsoever. Everything is donations. Everyone who helps me do it, it's all volunteer. Nobody gets paid for anything. And we ask you now to just remember that we have to have it by January or there's no fireworks.
Drop off a check at the POA office.
Either drop off, make it out to Island Blast, drop it at POA, or go to GoFundMe and help us out there. So and remember, we ask you to remember help before Santa Claus sends you his bill. Help us before Santa Claus takes the money.
If nobody tells you this enough, Nick, thank you for doing what you do, putting that event on.
Absolutely.
Everyone loves it, but doing the hard work, you're the guy.
I enjoy it. If you remember, you hustled me into this a couple of years ago.
I did, and you still speak to me, and I'm impressed by that.
But I enjoy doing it. It's my gift to the community. It's kind of fun to do. So
it's always a lot of fun to go to the yacht club and watch the fireworks.
best seat in the house.
So everybody, help us out. Drop off a check at the POA, and we'll have you back on.
Okay, thank you much.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for jumping out, Nick. And I got to let you know that, I walked outside and looked at my truck the other day, and I was thinking, man, maybe it's time to get into something a little more updated or something with a little less miles. And my buddy Frank De La Rosa said, look, I want to buy your car. I want to buy your truck. If you've got that old clunker out there that you need to get rid of and you want to upgrade into something else, if you need fleet vehicles, if you've got something you just want to kind of just get off your hands because you've had it for too long, go see Frank at Discount Motor Co. They are on the freeway between between Turner's and the movie theater.
Used to be next to the golf place.
It's 851-2900 is the phone number. 851-2900. Go see Frank the Bank at Discount Motor Co. And you can also find out one of his other new projects is JFKCausewayCam.com.
Man, that's
JFK
We ran that on the front page of the Moon this time, and man, it's a clear picture.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
gorgeous.
really see what's going on.
If you want to check the weather, you can check the traffic. You can kind of get an idea as to how long it's going to take you to get out to the island. And you can also go to our buddy Greg's PackerySurfCam.com and get a live view of South Pack. Or he can even point that thing up to Bob Hall. And he said he can see Port A with that camera. It's super powerful.
So if you're driving to the island to surf, you're covered in both ways.
Exactly.
You can check the traffic and then check the surf.
Awesome. Well, okay, Eamon, when does the season start? When are y'all getting into everything?
So pre-season will start, I think, January 19th. We'll get the guys together for 6 to 7 weeks, and then I think the official start date is March the 7th. But in the meantime, November 22nd and 23rd in Corpus Christi, we are going to be hosting our first ever professional tryouts. I mentioned we are looking for players all over the world, but we're also looking for players first and foremost in the area.
I was going to
in
ask
the community.
Yeah. Have you found any that you think might work?
I've been told of a few players now that have obviously talent.
So you've heard about me.
So
Yeah.
well, there's an age limit here. Listen, we're open. Nah, look, I'll be honest. No, I was joking. We're actually any age. I don't really discriminate. I mean, look, if you're good enough, you're old enough, or you're young enough. So look, typically from the tryouts, you'll get players from 16 years of age to. One of my tryouts I hosted there a couple of years ago. There's a 45-year-old. Somebody had to crush his dream. I had to eventually crush the dream, saying, "Mate, give it up." But no.
Yeah. Especially goalkeepers, they tend to be older.
Goalkeeper, you're right. Yeah, fair play to you with the knowledge there. Goalkeepers can play a lot longer, and older. But no, we're looking for local talent first and foremost, and then in the surrounding areas of Texas.
And where are the tryouts going to be?
In Corpus Christi. I don't have the address on me. Where the stadium is being built.
What are you going to do if that isn't done being built in March by the time you're supposed to start?
Yeah, let's not think like that.
I know. I'm just saying. Our bridge took 10 years.
It is Corpus.
So I don't know.
I hear you. No, listen. Look, I actually dealt with this in Colorado. My last team in Colorado, we were building a complex. It wasn't built in time, so we ended up utilising. It was actually a college, Actually, it was a women's local college. So maybe the Islanders will get a shout. Hopefully, we won't get. Hopefully,
Islanders do because our local team used to play.
Yeah,
play there.
nice.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Islanders could supply some players.
Yeah. Hey, listen. We don't discriminate. We might have a women's team coming in the future, a professional women's team. But for now, that would be really, really awesome. Yeah, 100%.
So, are there wages for these young ladies?
Men.
As in full-time job.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. No, these are professional players. This is their full-time job. Yeah.
Although even in the LA Galaxy, when Beckham started playing with them, he was playing on the field with guys who still had to live in their parents' basement or serve pizza on the side because
the Hooks baseball team,
Yeah.
Yet Altuve was riding to work with a friend of mine's. My son's
But it's a
friend.
different business structure because those teams are owned by the major league franchises, and it's all for prep for the big show.
Yeah.
Whereas here you have a local owner and.
Again, similar, and I keep going back, but in Colorado, we also had a minor league baseball team. They'd come in from May to September. But yeah, no, professional soccer is a little bit different. There's minimum salary based compensation. There's a players' union that set all that kind of stuff in place. So, yeah.
How big is the talent pool around the world? How many players? Few hundred?
in the world?
Yeah.
In the
Listen,
world?
I hate to.
talking about
Listen,
talking
do you know what?
players in
I've got,
Africa.
That's like unlimited.
Listen,
Do you know how
I've gotten
big
this.
soccer is everywhere else on the planet except here?
Were you talking about recruiting a guy from who's playing in Africa?
No, listen. I've gotten this question as I come over to the States. Listen, I understand. Like, soccer's the biggest sport in the world.
Yeah.
It is. And
People
I
here
know.
do not realize that.
I know. Yeah, I know. In America, it's not the biggest sport, and I respect that. But it is the biggest sport in the world, and I think people are in for a rude awakening when the World Cup comes and they see how big this actually is.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously, maybe people back in 1994 when it was hosted in the US.
Yeah.
It's bigger.
I went
than
to
that.
World
No,
Cup game in
I was
Aztec
just telling your
Stadium.
associate. I grew up with my kids played soccer for years and years and years, and one of the girls in their team was from the Netherlands, and their family was hugely into soccer, and so the girls spent the night at our house, and it was during the World Cup. So we woke up at 5:00 in the morning so that we could watch this World Cup, so we could watch the Netherlands play. And I watched about 5 minutes of the game, and I was like, holy crap, this is what it's supposed to look like. It was so eye-opening.
It's not like a group running around chasing the ball.
That's what soccer was supposed
That's the way
to look
little
like.
kids play.
And
They just chase the ball.
Oh, yeah.
I went to a
became
game in Aztec Stadium,
fan.
a walk up to the World Cup in the '80s, and man, it was an event. It was
Yeah, I can
115,000 people in that
It's
place.
historic,
So how did our local team find you?
I've been coaching in this professional league, the USL League One, over the last from 2022, the inaugural season of Colorado Hellstorm, to 2024, so 3 years there. I'd like to think I did well. We won a championship in 2024. We were quite successful there. So so that's, I guess, how they felt.
So he just looked around and said, all right, who won? I'm going to hire that guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what he said. He said, look, who could do a job and get it off
So
the
what
ground.
made you want to leave Colorado and come here?
Well, Colorado Hellstorm, I'll be honest, listen, from so far, I
Love the
what
name,
I
by
see
the
in
way.
Corpus Christi, but I love Colorado. The reason why I did leave was because the club went into massive financial issues, and they effectively left the USL. where the
That's too
USL
bad.
left them.
After winning a championship, that's tough.
It was really sad because on the pitch we had a brilliant couple of years. Off the pitch, not so much.
Yeah.
But look, I love
That's
Colorado.
classic.
It was home. But yeah, excited to call Corpus Christi.
Was it in Denver?
Yeah.
What
It
part
was
of
45 minutes north of Denver in Fort Collins. Yeah, up north.
That's awesome. Well, Eamon, I'm excited to see what you can do with this club, and excited to get out, watch a bunch of the matches, and really kind of enjoy professional soccer in Corpus Christi.
I think you'll find a good
I am
audience
too.
here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
where's,
I'm
where's
super
the
excited.
stadium being built?
It's
Where-
Old Brownsville area, right? Yeah.
Old Brownsville Road.
You saved me.
Oh,
there.
oh,
I've
yeah.
been to it twice.
Wait,
but
I was.
I'm still learning my way around.
Is it the one that's being built right now? That's over there.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
drive by there every
Yeah.
day.
There's
I
like
do.
a
And
whole
it looks
complex.
like
I
there's
thought it was a
You can keep
desal
us
plant,
apprised
didn't
on
you?
their progress then.
It's I can do that. It looks like there's a like a little derby thing set up over there for crash cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we,
Yeah, I hear ya.
We
Yeah.
watched a bunch of guys over there, and we thought it was the Delmar guys working out, and they were wearing like they had their shorts hiked up, and I'm like, because it was hot.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
okay, so I know exactly where that is.
Yeah.
So
Well,
looking
that's
forward to
something you're going to have to deal with down here. Soccer players not going to be used to this heat. You're played in the summer, right?
I bet the African dude's probably used to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
It's sea level, so the
Yeah.
air is thick, and then
Yeah, we got the monk parakeets over there. They should be called the parakeets, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
the Corpus
Nothing
Christi
burrows,
Parakeets.
the hail,
fear into the-
hailstorm
Yeah, exactly.
the eye of the
Sure about
enemy.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
The shark sounds a little bit better than the paracoats.
I just want to get. I want you to say 23rd again.
The 23rd.
Oh,
You made me change it now. Made me change it. When I'm not thinking, I say 23rd.
That's funny. All right. Well,
so what other fun things are you doing around town to promote the team and to get people excited to come?
So as far as I am aware, and I am only in the door literally not very
No,
long.
I know. I met Alex at a
Yeah.
networking thing a few weeks ago, and you hadn't even been announced yet. So
I know, yeah. I do believe that we're obviously trying to hit as many events as possible and get the name out there. I think that we're going to have some kind of big launch in Old Brownsville in that where the stadium is on the 13th of December.
Okay. December. Okay.
I know that we're also meeting regularly with supporters groups, local supporters group, to try and again.
You need to get the people with the scarves
Exactly.
and they get up there and yell and scream. You got to get
some
your little
brilliant
army in.
supporters groups in the league.
So what are
Yeah.
Corpus Christi fans going to wave in the air like the terrible towels in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, because we can't have scarves
We need
around here. man.
something.
It's
no,
We
well,
need a-
after each goal, we'll throw bonnet head sharks onto the field like the Ice Rays used to
Yeah.
throw
my gosh.
stingrays out onto the ice.
what were those things? Buvuela? What?
Vuvuzelas.
Vuvuzelas.
Yeah, back in
Yeah.
South Africa. Yeah. Listen,
You-
all of that. Yeah.
Hey, as you're
Any
looking
ideas, let us
at
know.
players from all over the world, do any of them have any issues with wanting to come here now, worrying about ICE going around and deporting them, or any safety and security issues
I hear
for
you.
people coming here? I'm just curious.
No. I would say that I hate being
trust you.
stereotypical. They do trust me, but the typical soccer player, their only concern is playing the
Oh,
game.
yeah. Yeah.
They don't really think of potentially the bigger picture. But no, listen, I've never had an issue before.
When you
and I
tell them
don't
Corpus,
hope
do they
to
know
have
where
an
you're talking about?
issue. No.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
they
They
don't.
think you're speaking Latin.
Yeah, and listen, the only reason I had heard of Corpus Christi, to be honest, was, and I heard it growing up because my mum worked for the nuns, the Dominican sisters, and I think they might have had a place here in Corpus Christi or close to.
Yeah.
So that's how I heard of Corpus Christi. So when I heard
Right.
of Corpus Christi,
We were named by the
different
Catholics.
yeah, yeah.
Do you like fishing?
Pardon me?
Do you like fishing?
I do. I just need to get a lot better at it because didn't do a lot of fishing up in Colorado. But I know
Rainbow
here
trout.
it's-
You're in the
Yeah.
you're in the heart of it now, man.
These guys can totally set you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have you back on as the season gets closer,
Okay, perfect.
and maybe you can when you get a star player, bring him or her in.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Outstanding. Well, Eamon Zayed, I appreciate you jumping on the
Thank you
show,
for
man.
being
It's been
here.
a blast.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take a quick radio break, and we'll be right back with who do we have back there? Amber.
We got
And-
Amber and Hilda.
Amber and
We're gonna
Hilda are
talk-
going to
we're
be
gonna
joining
talk,
us. We've got
La Posada.
La Posada
We're going
and
from fireworks
Christmas,
to La Posada.
Christmas tree lighting and all that other
We
fun
got a
stuff
lot of fun
coming
things
up.
going on here. We got to discuss them all, right?
Exactly. We'll be right back shortly.
At the Port of Corpus Christi, we maintain a clear pathway for
I know, I
waterway
thought we were going to get
commerce
into a different
so that our
conversation there. and I was
customers
like,
can deliver
I'm not
goods
prepared for that. We don't discriminate, but I'm not prepared for that.
You might have an
Listen,
right?
you read all different stories. It's usually the other way around.
How are you?
There are heavy women claiming
Good
a
to
men
see you.
going
I'm so excited about soccer.
Do you think we can get a grand marshal?
Oh, there you go.
I love the game. I watched like every single
The
game.
grand marshals on a lighted boat parade, and it goes through all the canals. It's on the 12th and the 13th. You get to be on the lead boat with the Marines.
Sounds cool.
You want to do it?
He doesn't know what this is.
I don't know what it is. It sounds cool,
So we may
but I
as
don't know what
well-
it
let's
is.
It's a boat parade. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Lighted boat
it's like
parade.
St. Patty's Day in a boat.
Oh, nice. Well, St. Patty's Day is great, so.
Yeah.
We need a talent. I did reach out to Lou Diamond Phillips, and he hasn't responded. He said maybe, but may as well, get him acclimated. Let him know what the salt life's all about.
I have to tell you, my
Exactly.
my orthopedic surgeon.
Yeah, you can jump in over here.
His name is Jason Thompson.
Am I good here?
Yep, perfect. What's going on? Good to see you, Amber.
Yeah, he replaced my hip. My son
What are
plays
you going to
soccer.
talk about?
And he played for the MLS team.
Awesome, yeah,
And I'm thinking, this dude's like, you're tall too. Yeah, he's tall and looks more like a football player. And I thought,
Oh yeah. No, it was a great. You guys did a great job last year, but
you have some soccer friends. Well, it's nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, no,
Appreciate you. That's why I had to get you the 23rd. I had a friend that was radio. He owned a restaurant. And he would
talked about it.
It's
not. Okay, where you can register, where we're gonna have hard copies of vote
Usually, yeah, say
registration
33 or
forms.
something like that.
Where the parade
You
is
see how
gonna
crazy he
start.
said 23rd.
Saturday parade, where it's gonna start. The vote meeting.
Hey, it was so nice to meet you. I was Alex told me about the thing when they brought it when they announced you, but
Okay.
I can't be late for my Pilates.
Oh, should be all good.
Yes. It's exercise.
He can tell you about Irish Pilates, Irish yoga.
Irish. Yeah, I know that one. That's funny.
we had a couple of kids here that were really
Oh, look
good
at this.
for a few years, and I think that you
Boggs, help me with this.
You're supposed to get in the eye candy spot. Get down there. Where we had Nick. Where we had Nick.
Yes, exactly. How do I switch this over?
For about 30 seconds.
What do you move my
You
chair?
put your face closer to it. That's how that works.
There you go, like
I'm,
that, like that.
I'm super excited to follow.
Well,
it.
There you go, that's perfect.
No, it's we have
Jeez, man, I'll be in touch, buddy.
We have Drew.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. No, it's this one.
Bye, thanks a lot. I could not be more excited about soccer.
Which is the front of this?
I would
one?
listen
I think
to
it's
him.
that. No, just go like that. Angle yourself. That way you can go like
Okie
Started
doke.
like you
losing
want
my
to look into the camera.
On?
So you can see the.
Okay.
Be jumping right back.
Jacob, we like what you're
104.1
hearing, you know what
and
you're doing.
Retro
We like that.
Country 105.9 and 103.3 and available worldwide on our app at Retro Radio CC. It's the
All right, here we go, here we
Power Hour
go.
with Larry Elizondo, the Godfather, who makes street sense meet common sense. Now, live from Doc's Seafood and Steaks, it's Island Moon Thursdays.
That's right. It is Island Moon Thursday on this beautiful November 6th.
Such great weather.
Right? This is awesome. I love. We're getting into our gorgeous weather pattern, and I think we've got another cold front hitting.
We do,
Is
next
it
week.
Saturday night or Sunday morning?
Yeah, right.
Coming. So it's a
'Cause it's going to
beginning.
be in the 80s this weekend.
It's
and then it'll be
beginning to
cool.
feel
It's
a
gonna-
lot like Christmas.
Yes.
About 38.
Oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Super cold.
We've got
I love the cold weather.
Ann, Hilda, and Amber joining us. Let me make sure all this is turned off,
Because
and we
these
are
ladies,
actually
These
broadcasting.
ladies are doing some great Christmas holiday activities, and we
sure
cannot
are.
wait to hear about them.
Outstanding. Okay, so Amber, we had the Christmas tree lighting last year was the first year, and we're doing that again. When is that going to be?
Yeah, so we're doing our second annual holiday lights with Island Pride. If you don't know Island Pride, their motto is all about it takes an island. They do a lot of the beautification on the island, so we're excited they brought it back to us again this year. We want to keep making it bigger and better, but this year, kick off your season December 3rd at Whitecap. This year, we're officially partnering with La Posada, so bring a toy. You'll be entered if you bring a toy to some really exciting raffles. We've got a lot of great people coming out as well, so Shout out to Coastline Properties. Shout out to
We love
Armstrong
Coastline,
Lumber.
man. Sherry gets involved in everything.
Yes,
Gotta
she
love
does
her.
so much for the community. She is definitely one of the stars out here.
She's one of our major sponsors. Yeah, we love her.
They make things happen.
And always
so.
has for Barefoot Mardi Gras also.
We will have a marine there. We're going to have a toy box there. That'll be a major
Wait, we
toy
get our
drop-off.
own. We get our own marine.
We have a marine there for
And
that night.
firefighters. So, you know,
Yes.
ladies, this is
Yes.
the event for you.
And you've got some of the police officers there too, don't you? Don't
We
you?
do. We're going to have all the men in uniforms, you know, come on out. We're going to have a lot of events for the kiddos as well.
So what's the entertainment? Do we have anybody singing or dancing?
We
or?
do. So we've got special guest appearances. Seashore Charter School, they're going to have a choir out. We're
Nice.
also going to
I
have
love that.
a dance crew out for some of the homeschool kids.
Oh, cool. Very
So we're
nice.
going to have a lot of fun.
I was joking when I asked about dancers, but apparently it was real. Yeah.
And it's at the sales office, right?
It is. So corner of Commodore and Compass, right there, that front lawn.
And it
Bring your golf
starts-
cart.
Starts at 6?
6 to 8, yes, ma'am.
6 to 8,
Tree
that's
lighting is at
December
7:45, but we've got
Oh,
a lot
okay.
of fun stuff to do until then.
Will
so.
there be hot chocolate?
There will be. Yes,
Excellent.
ma'am.
Just checking.
Shout out to Island Joe's for that.
Yes, we love
They're
Island
our hot
Joe's
chocolate
also.
sponsor again this year.
We love them
What
too.
kind of tree are we lighting? Is it a real tree or a fake tree or?
So it's going to be
a good
something
question.
that's, you know, stands the weather out here. So it's not a real tree, but
PVC
it is
tree.
Very, very tall.
PVC.
in the air.
Not rust proof.
Correct. But you'll see all the palm trees and everything start getting wrapped here at the end of Thanksgiving. And then
Nice. Nice.
we'll do the grand lighting, and it'll be up all the way through the 25th.
We had a discussion earlier about how soon is too soon to have Christmas lights up and lit. Now, I think if you're
I
going
think
by
people
the
have them up year round now, and they just change the colors to
if
go
you're,
with the
well, if you're
season.
going by the marketing plan of Hobby Lobby or Academy,
yeah,
it's
it's
as soon as September
August, yeah.
ends, you can go straight to Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
right after pumpkin lattes show up.
Latte season, yeah,
And
exactly.
It's
that's
earlier
like
this
that's
year.
like
Yeah.
August.
Then
They
it's-
started showing up.
They're always pushing
I think
it.
it depends how elaborate your setup is.
Or
right?
if you're
How
in the
long
bluff,
does it
you can
take?
have the lights up
I've
all year
seen
long.
people posting on Facebook. They're starting to do it now, but there's some of the more elaborate people. You know, it
There
takes
is
a lot
debate.
longer.
In my house, we would start November 1st, but my husband says after Thanksgiving. So that day after, day of.
Day
boxes
after.
are coming
That's
out.
what I was a.
Are you finished with the turkey yet? Let's go.
Yeah, that traditionalist was like you do it after Thanksgiving, but at around our household, the daughters-in-law, they're like they go instantly from Halloween mode with all the different. They'll have 5 different trees. I was like,
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, Lauren actually set our tree up, and it's great because it feels a little cooler out. You have that kind of Christmas spirit coming in, and Lauren's teaching Josie all these Christmas songs, which is just so adorable. Yeah, so she's running around. Yes, and I'm just ready for a change from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
I've
Gotcha.
got that song in my head
Wait,
over
before-
and over and over. Yeah.
That
While we're
was a
talking
popular
about
one.
Thanksgiving, the Pie Ladies, their pie sale is at Hard Knocks. Is that the Tuesday before Thanksgiving?
Oh, yes.
So you got to get there early. I think it opens at 9 a.m.
Is
You got to
that
get there early to
is
get
that
your
the Red Hat
pies.
Ladies pie sale, or what? Didn't the Red Hat Ladies?
Yeah,
use-
it's the Padre Island Enrichment Club.
It's just a pie.
So it's Padre Island Enrichment, which
yes.
is pie, and then they actually
raise
make
money for
pies.
scholarships.
So then you go, yeah, they give scholarships.
I didn't
So
think they took a circle and tried to figure out the
Yeah, no, not that
3.1.
high. Not 3.12147.
So the schedule of events coming up is Wednesday, December 3rd will be the Whitecap NPI tree lighting, which will be there at the sales office. And Thursday, December 4th is the kickoff party at
La
Hard Knocks.
Posada. That's right. That's our big kickoff party. So segue into that from the 3rd to the 4th. It's going to be a busy early part of December. So yes, it's going to doors open at 6 o'clock. It's going to be at Hard Knocks again.
Where can people get tickets? Or can they get
So
them at the door?
this year, you don't. It's free.
Okay.
But we are
Nice.
selling tables.
Because
Because
people wanna
last
make
year,
sure they get a seat.
yes,
Gotcha.
they were requesting that, and
Yeah.
we thought, well, why not do that? So we're going to be selling 8 tops for $200, $25 a head.
Oh, that's not
yeah,
bad.
that's not bad at all. And then
All
4
right.
tops, and we've got people calling in already reserving
I'm sure.
tables.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to have a live and silent auction. We're going to have a DJ this year. He's an amazing DJ. He plays for a lot of the non-profits. His name is Jose. So,
yeah, Jose's great. Jose's
yeah,
great.
you've heard, yeah, he's really good. So
Yeah.
we'll do that because we do the live auction goes on for a while. We've got
It
some
does.
amazing items. We have an e-bike that was donated.
Ooh,
yes, we're getting in a lot of really nice auction items. The silent auction, I'm not worried about that. We always get fabulous stuff there.
Speaking of toys, we get a lot of feedback. Definitely La Posada and the other organizations that give to the kiddos here locally. Don't forget about those older kids. Get those bikes. Get some of those toys that the older kids can enjoy because they get left out a lot.
Right. So we're going to do like a little. One of our board members, Rob Tagliaferra, said that he spoke to Rod Lewis, and they're going to do like something where you can just collect bikes, like a bike collection.
Bike drive.
So yeah, bike drive.
bike
That's-
rodeo.
That's exactly what they're going to do. So we
Nice.
brought that up yesterday at one of our board meetings. I think that'll be fabulous because we need bikes. And you're right, we do need stuff for the older kids. People tend to forget about the 12-year-olds and the 15-year-olds. They're still children.
So
That's on the 4th.
And the toys are collected and handed out through isn't it a program through the police?
So
Or-
that's POCA. So what we do, we give to several nonprofits here, and we do give some of our toys, and we're very transparent about that with Toys for Tots and the Marines.
Yeah.
That they get their share of toys that service 3 counties. It's Nueces, San Patricio, and Aransas. So we do service those 3 counties, but we do give toys to POCA, which is a police officer's Christmas Angels.
And we're going to have an angel tree. We'll really
nice. So you
set
can
that
pick
up
a
on
family
holiday
or-
lights. So we'll have that from December 3rd through the Christmas day.
So is that so you pick a particular family or kid so you know sort of what they want, you know exactly who you're giving to.
So
Okay.
that'll be
police-
in the sales
that's what-
office.
Yes.
It is going to be older kids and families specific.
And
Nice.
the police officers know which families in their beat that do not have. And
Right.
So we give not only toys to them, we give them money, and they do buy food.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
just not.
especially this year with,
Yeah,
with the
exactly. And it's
Talked
usually a
about it, yeah.
box full of food that'll last while
yeah.
these kids are home. Because some of these kids, the only meals they have are at school.
Yeah.
So during the Christmas break, they don't
Yeah.
have any. So POCA's an amazing group of guys, these police officers that do that.
That's awesome.
Nice.
So you can really feel good about giving to La Posada and donating toys through Marines and Toys for Tots.
Absolutely.
And money.
Know that it's going locally to people that you live with. It's
Right.
impactful.
So again, yes. So we're going to have boxes over our toy boxes at Ace Hardware.
Awesome.
We're going to have them at the sales office at Whitecap.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, we're going to have them here at Docks.
Nice.
We have them pretty much scattered
Yeah, you
throughout
have them all
the
everywhere.
island.
I assume
yeah.
Rod will have one at Hard Knocks.
He's going to have 2 there. Yes, IGA. Everybody has to go
Okay,
get
yeah.
their
There's
groceries.
usually one here, too.
IGA.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's at Docks, yeah.
We have them here at Docks for sure. Absolutely. So that's happening on
So
the
if
4th.
you want to find a box or find somewhere to give a toy, you should here on the island. It should not be hard to find a place.
Exactly.
There's great places to get toys. Even on the island at Ace Hardware, I used to get those
What a great place.
replica,
Ace here
the
is
replica
awesome.
dinosaurs. Oh my God!
They look
so
with
real.
the
It's
mouth,
awesome.
with
Yeah.
the mouth
Yeah.
that opens. It was like, this is an Allosaurus. Like, well, it looks just like a T-Rex to me. And so they have. But they're not. I mean, they're like $30. But that's what if I were a
That Ace
kid,
Hardware increases our shopping options on this island.
Well,
by
and they
like
do
so much.
They do a
right?
raffle every
They
year.
have way more than just hardware stuff in there.
Yeah,
They
they
have
do a
all
raffle
kinds of
for
stuff.
us, and they're going to do it again this year.
Nice.
So
Oh,
you can
yeah,
go
they give
in,
like
you can
a-
buy your raffle ticket, yes,
Yeah.
and
for their
so-
tree thing, right?
Yes, absolutely. So I think we collected about $2,000
nice.
last
Nice
year.
job.
So yeah, they're awesome. Yeah,
It was
they
fun.
always support La Posada. We have such great local sponsors and donors that support us. It's
And
a
thanks
great,
to Rod and
yeah.
Michelle over there.
Oh, yeah,
Hard Knocks.
absolutely.
I was thinking, do they for other events they were selling bar seats because everybody watches the TV. Watch the football
okay.
game.
Wants
to sit at the
Right.
bar. Yeah.
Interesting.
So that's an idea.
Yeah.
Christmas, here's a bar seat for you. Merry
There you
Christmas.
go. Great
So-
idea.
and-
All right, so we're talking about the kickoff party. Say the
The
date
kickoff
again.
party
So
is-
that is on the 4th at
Yes.
6 o'clock. Doors open at 6 o'clock at Hard
So we're
Knocks.
going to the
2
third.
days in a row.
2 days
6
in a row.
o'clock.
The
2 days in
island
a row.
people, we get a party 2 days in a row. I think you have it in you.
Well, and then Sunday, right after that, is the land parade for ESD number 2, Flower Bluff Fire Department. That's the land parade. They were going to do it on the 6th, but we just found out yesterday they're going to keep it. They've always done it on a Sunday.
yeah.
So
Okay.
they're going to keep it on a Sunday. It starts at Briscoe King. You're there at 5:30.
Right now, are we doing a golf cart parade along with that, like we usually do?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah,
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh yeah, the Marines will be with us. Absolutely. And
Well, I mean the pins.
oh, the
Pins will be
pins.
joining as well.
Pins will be joining us.
They'll be
Excellent.
joining
And you have
us as
Santa.
well.
That's super fun.
Santa
That's-
will be throwing candy.
Yes.
Santa will
Who
be
doesn't
on the,
love Santa
on
on
the
a fire truck? Yeah.
Yes. So we'll be doing that on the 7th.
And the Marines, you can give them toys there during the parade too.
They'll be with La Posada. We'll be right behind
you'll
the
be
fire
right behind
truck,
them.
and we'll all have Marines on each of our golf
So
carts.
that's a lot. Say that again. That's Sunday
That is Sunday the 7th.
the 7th. Sunday the 7th.
Right.
Gotcha.
And then that next week, the actual boat parade begins, right?
Yes, and
It does.
Anne's with us. Anne is our boat captain. She's on the La Posada board.
All right.
And
Ann.
she's our board captain. Bob Corbett has retired. He's still reaching out though and emailing and texting and get your boaters registered. Get your boaters registered. So Ann has stepped up. She's our
Nice.
boat
Go
captain.
Ann.
No pressure.
So-
no pressure.
No
Yeah,
pressure.
none at all. But we're very excited. Last year was so good, and we're hoping to eclipse that this year. We're going to have beautiful weather. I've talked to all the elves out there, and we're going to have great weather. And so the boat parade is going to be December 8th. That will be the televised one. And
December 12th.
I'm sorry, December 12th.
And they'll be shooting from right here at Docks. Yes.
Docks.
It's going to be televised here at
So
Docks.
it's going to be great. We're gonna marshal underneath the bridge on the other side by the restaurant.
Which station is doing it?
Chris Six.
Chris Six. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And so they're going to be televising from Docks, which will be great because as they come in, it'll be beautiful as they do their spins and go down.
The Hoffmans will be televising. We're going to have the
nice.
Hoffmans.
The Hoffmans,
Yes.
Yes, they did it last year as well.
Yeah, they did a great job.
And,
Didn't Brian wear a super cool, funny suit?
He did wear a very great Christmas suit. And so for those of you who might be new to the Lighted Boat Parade, it is free. We do not charge. So all you have to do is register, and you can register online at laposadafoundation.org. Or if the internet is kind of scary for you, don't worry. We have the old-fashioned way, and we actually have hard copies that you can pick up at Ace Hardware here on the island. Just ask for Tracy, and you can sign up there as well. So we're going to make it super easy, and there's no size. We do awards for boats over 30 feet and for boats under 30 feet, and we also have a Children's Choice Award. One of the things that we do every year with Seashore is that the young kids do drawings for La Posada, and then the board we pick what
So
we think is the
excited that's
best
coming
one.
back.
Yeah.
And they're going to do Christmas cards based off of that drawing.
Nice.
And then whoever wins, and we go back and they do a big toy drive for La Posada, and we go with the Marines, and we do drawings for each of the upper classes, and we get 4 judges to do the
and then they
Children's
get
Choice
to
Award.
have their own. Yeah, I
Yep,
love that.
and they do that on Saturday night. So on Friday night, that's televised, we do the North Canals, and then we do another parade on Saturday where we meet at Caravel, and we do the South Channel then, or the
And
South.
so the judges will be at the yacht club.
At the yacht club.
Nice.
Yep. So they'll get to see everybody come by.
And Friday's parade starts at
at 6.
6
Yep.
o'clock. You want the boats here at 6 o'clock by
Yep.
under the JFK. It's televised. That starts at 7 o'clock.
That starts at 7
for an hour. So let's get some boats. Let's get some boats registered. Some lighted boats.
Yeah, we
And
already
then-
have several that have already registered, but we're really hoping to have between 20 and 30 boats this year.
I think we have 5 collector boats already.
We do.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
the
great.
collector boats will have the Marines on the boat. So if you got toys, all you got to do is just flash your flashlight.
Yep,
We'll
shut them
come
down,
up-
and they'll
yes,
come right to your
they'll come
dock and
right
pick
to
up
your
your
dock
things.
and pick up toys.
Because here on the island, in order to, if you buy a house on the island, it's kind of an understood rule that you have to invite all of your friends and your neighbors and maybe some other people too, and their friends and neighbors, to your house so they can watch the parade. Because you can't see the parade from everywhere, but if you can
people
see it from
plan
your
their
house,
vacations.
it's your job to have
Yeah.
a party and
They've
invite
been
people over to watch the
emailing us
parade.
to plan their
yeah.
vacations. Their friends come in, and it's a big
Absolutely.
party. Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
you have to be in the know of where to go and know these people. Like, hey,
That's
nudge,
why I'm
nudge, hint,
saying
hint.
if you own a house on the parade route, you need to be inviting people over now.
Yeah,
That is
Or-
very true.
or not, or stop inviting because you'll have a crowd. I promise you.
In the past, at the
Don't scare 'em
yacht
off.
club,
Don't scare 'em
y'all
off, Tyler.
you were helping people kind of decorate their boats and run them through proper ways as far as wiring and safety and stuff. So I think, are y'all
Safety
planning
first.
on doing something like that
We're
again
going
this
to
year?
have some captains meetings. I think
They're
the first
coming up.
captains meeting is December.
Well, the main one is December 8th, but we'll have some meetings prior to that with committees. And so if anyone, and as people register, if it's the first time, because we're going to be reaching out, I'll be reaching out and talking to everyone who registers. And if anybody has any questions or needs help in that way,
Nice.
we got the power.
Nice.
I told
We got
Ann
the
to
literally
give-
the power.
I told Ann to give your phone number out so that they can call. She's like, I don't think so. But you can go
Follow
to
them on Facebook.
LaPosadaFoundation.org, our website.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if not, you can always ask for Hilda or ask for Ann. We belong to the yacht club, and so people can contact us. We get a lot of emails. We really do on
do.
Facebook. We've got our Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
So we get a lot of messages through Facebook also. So Friday is at 7:00 televised. Be under the JFK at 6. Saturday they're going to launch over off of Caravel at what time?
We'll marshal there at 6 as well.
6 as well. Okay.
6 is the number for the holiday season, you guys.
Outstanding. So many fun things coming up. And I can't believe we're already, we're less than a month from the tree lighting.
We're very excited about it.
And so anybody want to donate anything for the live auction, please reach out to us.
What kind of things are you looking for?
So for the live auction, we like boat cruises. We're trying to get Packery, the Packery Queen.
His deal.
Right there, yes. And we get the guide boat trips, tours. Dan Harrington already donated a cruise on his sailboat.
Oh, nice.
Stuff like that, yeah. A cocktail.
Immersive
sunset
experiences.
type of cruise.
Yeah.
Right.
Experiences you can't really put a price on. That's not a thing. Yeah.
Right.
That's outstanding.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I will say this is 8:34 on a beautiful Island Moon Thursday on KUKA Driscoll, Texas, 105.9, 103.3, and 104.1. You can also find us on the Retro Radio CC app you can get from the Play Store or the App Store if you're one of those crazy Apple people. And we're also on YouTube. Just go to Island Moon Live, where you can watch all of our previous episodes and get a good shot of this table, which looks like it's covered in black spaghetti with just cables and boards and computers everywhere.
It's kind of terrifying.
Yeah, but it's another gorgeous day live from Docks. And
what is that?
I don't know.
So the ESC2 was the 7th, right? Isn't that the Pie home tour as well? The Pie ladies do their home tour. I think that's the same day.
They bring them to you? Tell me more.
No. It's a Christmas tour. It's the houses. You go see
I was
houses.
like, where have I been?
Everybody
The pie
thinks
tour.
pie means pie.
They even have
Yeah.
sugar-free pies.
Pie be pie. It's pie as in pie enrichment.
Got it.
Pie
Okay. I knew it was
they
too good to
have-
be true. You
They
guys.
have a home tour every year. You pay
$25.
$25. You
for
get a ticket. They give you a map, and then you go around to all the places, and you see all their Christmas decorations.
I
You see
love
their beautiful
that.
homes
They go all
decorations.
out.
You're gonna have to get involved in that once you get your house built.
Oh, definitely. I'm thinking, if I sell everything, they should just give me one, and then I'll go
Yeah.
all out for the holidays. I
Then you
think
can
that's
go
fair.
out. Perfect. Yeah. But yeah, I think
No one does Christmas like the island.
Whitecap will definitely have to get involved in the home tour next year when you have a house up.
Absolutely.
Awesome. We've got Ann, Hilda, Amber, Debbie, Tyler Thorson. My name is Jacob Oggs, and we are coming at you live from Doc's Steaks and Seafood. But I wanted to tell you quickly, look, the holidays are coming up fast, and nothing says promotional like custom gifts for different people. You can get all kinds of great stuff. I had no idea the amount of things that Ted at Impact Marketing and his crew are coming up with. He stopped by and gave me a goodie bag yesterday. I'm just going to roll through some of the stuff that's in here to give people ideas.
He's gonna do a haul.
You can give customized hats. They do screen printing, embroidery.
Ooh, I love the
they
color
do
of that
safety vests. They've got these really cool. It's like a multi-charger. So if you can plug
Tyler,
that
what
in
is that
through
thing
any
you're
kind of
squeezing over
USB.
It's a bee figure.
It's a beeline. It's a beeline
They do.
figure for Corpus Christi Transport.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and you can squeeze it.
It's a stress reliever.
thing.
And
Yeah.
Stress reliever. Oh, we
Yeah,
don't
they've
need
got
that.
these really cool lens cleaning kits.
Yeah, those are really good.
Come with the little, the dry,
Little spray.
Yeah, that's not going to ruin your sunglasses.
the dry towel. Exactly.
Yeah.
Very handy. And I mean, any kind of promotional kind of
Is
thing
that
you
a
can think
banner?
of.
What is
Safety
that?
vests, koozies. It's
What
pretty
is that
unlimited.
first thing you pulled out?
This is a golf towel.
Oh, okay.
They do
That's pretty.
custom golf. They do these great custom golf towels for the SEA banquet last week.
Oh, yeah.
That was
We
a
had
big
these at
hit.
Bays on Baffin. They were great.
Yes, exactly.
Yep, they do custom lanyards for carrying your phones and wallets, keys. They've got these really cool cases for your phone that float, so when you jump on the boat, you can just throw it in that real quick and not have to worry about swimming down to the bottom of the deep blue to try and recover your phone. Go see Ted out at Impact Marketing there off of 423 Schatzel Street downtown. And I believe is it 885-9300? I used to have all the numbers memorized.
That's pretty good. He was
But-
confident with
that sounds right. If not, we'll look it up. It's Impact Marketing.
That's right. Yep. you can find them at 887-9300. That was it.
Well, close.
You were close.
887-9300. I believe you can find them at impactmarketingcc.com. So thanks again to Ted for this awesome grab bag with a bunch of different stuff in it. They even have custom like toolkits and things for your truck that you can customize, put your name or business logo on it, and really, really impress your friends and coworkers.
Little flashlights
and neighbors.
that have screwdrivers in them, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
If you can imagine it, he can
You
get
can put a
your
logo
name.
on it.
I promise you. I bet he could do bobblehead dolls.
Probably. I
We
want
could have-
a Tyler bobblehead.
I have a bobblehead doll.
Do you?
Yeah.
I do. I got one when I won an award. I was the
Yeah,
Flash.
see?
I have
I
one.
love that. That's a great gift.
It's adorable.
That's
They
awesome.
gave them pictures of me and they made it look like me. So I assume they can do that kind of thing.
Holding a camera, no doubt.
Yeah.
I am.
Of course.
and in fact,
Yeah.
Of course.
It was the 40 under 40. They're superhero of the year.
Outstanding. Well, and so thank you very much to Ted, and go get that promotional products from your premier promotional product purveyor, Impact Marketing.
Look at that.
Alliterations, man.
Yeah,
my
that was
favorite.
the triple toe loop there.
Yeah,
and I
you
landed
did. You
it.
did it. You landed it. That was awesome.
Is everybody going to get their Greek food this weekend? Isn't it Greek Fest?
Yeah, and
Yes, it is.
I'm waiting for the Jewish food festival.
The Jewish Food Festival is next weekend. We had Greek
Bill
food this
Chris.
weekend.
Bill Chris was on yesterday on the Power Hour, and I didn't know because I thought Bill Chris doesn't sound very Greek, and it's like Chrysopoulos.
Oh, yeah, it's a short name.
Yeah,
It's
his
like
name is
Alex
Chrysopoulos.
Karras goes by Karras, not.
Yeah,
Bill
exactly.
Karras.
Yeah, Karras. It's like, well, yeah, the football player. No, it's about 15 yards long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Name,
With
a
an
lot of
umlaut
vowels.
on the end of somewhere. Yeah.
And we are coming into festival, and well, I guess we're right in the middle of festival and party season
trust
right
me,
now.
I'm exhausted. We're in the middle of festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were everywhere. It was like at a
had
fall fiesta. It was like, oh my god, I'm gonna go downtown.
We had the-
And if you don't know what's going
I
on,
missed-
follow
I
Debbie.
missed
She's
your
everywhere.
Your friends of Padre.
Well, he
festival.
came, so that's all that matters.
I
That's all
did.
that matters. We
Well,
got
I
somebody there.
suggested that you move it to the previous night on Halloween and call it Fiends of Padre, and then everybody could dress up like fish or something like that.
Well, we had
fish.
the native plant giveaways, and we had a really good time. We had a
That
lot
was
of fun.
popular.
It was
That
the
was
same
cool.
day as
Yeah,
Dia
you
de
know,
los
it was.
Muertos.
We had Jay's Tunnel out there. We had all the
Yeah.
bird skulls you could identify. We had a touch tank. It was great.
Yeah, but did
Yeah.
he bring those creepy dolls?
Yeah, he brought one.
All right,
the
excellent.
creepiest.
Well,
Gotta have the
his
creepy
story this
stuff.
week is messages in a bottle
Oh, cool.
that washed
He
up on the
washes
beach.
those.
Several of them, yeah.
Yeah, and you don't. Some of those bottles you don't want to mess with.
Yeah.
They have.
They got some
curses on them.
voodoo.
They have curses, yeah.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what? Or if you rub them, do you get some wishes?
No, that's a genie.
50-50.
Yeah, you
Genie
never
lamp.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
some
What's
of
a
these, you
curse
rub them,
wish?
you'll get some kind of bacterial
Yeah,
infection.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not, yeah.
Say, let's not go there.
Gabriel
Let's
comes
not
to
go
mind.
there.
Yeah. No, this
Today,
one-
today is the state of the city. So I'll
That's
report
right.
back
Wait.
next week on what we find out. That's today at noon at the
See, and
Hilliard Center.
promise you, the OBG is going to be serving while the speakers are, because that's when the stuff comes out. I don't know why Nick Pelosi's going like, no, stop the serving. He's like, no, that's when they go do all their schmooze, and then they come out there and you have the chicken or the fish, and then you get the
The
dessert.
rubber chicken.
Right. No, that's good. So where's that going to be?
It's at Hilliard Center, which
Okay.
used to be called the American Bank Center. But I'm actually doing pretty well remembering to
Is
call
it in the
Hilliard
upstairs
Center.
one or the?
No, it's in the big room. Well,
Oh,
it'll
okay.
be full. It'll be
Okay.
full. The mayor will give a talk. We'll find out all the things going on in the city, which should be really interesting given the state of some of the things right now. But that's good. We got Art Ball for people who are into that. The Art Ball is the big. It's sort of like the Met Gala of Corpus Christi at the Art Museum. That's tonight. That's the Art Ball.
Our art museum on the island is moving, expanding.
It is. They're changing. They're not so much expanding because she's going from like going to have a smaller number of artisans. I mean, more things for sale, more like an art craft. She's writing a whole thing about it, and I'm looking
And
forward to stop
rebranding
by and
too,
seeing
right?
rebranding.
We ran it this time.
Yeah. I think it's going to be really great. Because she is a smart business person, and she's also super creative. So I know that whatever she comes up with is just going
Just
to
to
be
throw
fantastic.
a shameless Whitecap pitch out there.
Please do.
In addition with Melissa, she
Yeah.
hosts our Bayview Russian Bar, which is
Yes,
on Sundays.
on Sundays, I need to come to one of
It's
those.
twice.
And I
It's
just,
only twice a month, so the next
okay.
one is on the 16th or 17th, whatever that
Okay,
weekend is.
you got, Amber, remind me.
I will.
I got to
yes.
write that down.
It's been very popular.
And as always, if you want to follow along with any of the stuff that we're talking about or go to in-depth on some of the articles about what we're discussing, you can just go to islandmoon.com where
Absolutely.
issue 1125 is up.
And their Facebook page, which has a lot of stuff on there too. You
Even
know, it's
some
cigars
pre-docu-
on the Bayfront. Isn't that tonight? That's
It is
tonight.
right
Yes.
here.
I can't believe it's right here at Docks. We got cigars on the Bayfront. That's
Also benefiting La Posada.
La Posada this
Posada is
evening.
the beneficiary of that.
Yeah,
That's
for
great.
the silent
That's always
auction.
fun.
So please come on out for that.
Yeah, I don't know if he has tickets left or not. You'd have to look at their website or Facebook page to find out.
Yes, I
I
believe
know
if
when
you look
things
on.
are. I don't know if there's tickets left.
Yeah, you can find it. I think I looked yesterday, and I believe they still got some tickets. So I don't know. I'm sure they're
I know
going
they
fast.
have
and
a
it's
VIP
a fun.
experience, and then they have the
So I
regular
guess that's the
experience.
first La Posada related event before the tree lighting.
That's
Yeah.
right. Mm-hmm. That is
Well,
true.
you know, we're within a month of everything kicking off, and it's
That's
it's gonna
crazy.
come fast, man.
Season is
49 sleeps till Christmas.
49 sleeps. Yeah, I was thinking about that on the way here.
Yeah.
I know.
49
Art Walk.
exactly.
Art Walk is this Friday night, so go downtown. Art Walk will be alive. They're going to light the tree at Retama Park, which is always fun. That's the port.
The big
port
HEB?
sponsors that. The HEB tree isn't yet. That's coming up in December.
What time do they block off? About 2 hours before, right? Something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. But you know, you have parking at Water's Edge Park, which is massive amounts of parking. So you can just park at Water's Edge and you can walk over. It's a couple blocks, not far. Art Walk is always super fun. I'll be there. Come up and say hi if you see me. What else do we got? We got a Greek festival, of course, this weekend. So that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So make sure you go get your Greek food, watch the dancers, buy some sweets. They have a.
And where is that?
sale of
That's,
stuff. At the Greek
downtown
Search,
by-
right by Nueces Brewing.
Okay.
Nueces Brewing made a special Greek brew for them this year too.
Yeah,
so
they've
they're
done
gonna-
they've done
they
that.
tapped that.
I think they did that starting 5 or 6 years ago. It's like an actual like Greek inspired beer.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's
No,
fantastic.
so
What's will they put rosemary in it or lamb or something? or-
Yeah, it's
garlic.
It's a nice chutney. You drink enough, you'll
it's
speak
probably,
Greek. Yeah.
Probably lemon.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a holidays market this weekend at the Hilliard Centers. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can go there, and there's all kinds of vendors. You can go there, and I don't think it costs anything to get in. It used to, but I think this one is free, so that's always fun. There is, you got to go to the art gallery here on the island because before she moves, she's having her thing on the 8th, which is, it's the Surf Art Poster Show with Wade Konikiowski and another friend of his, and that's from 6 to 9 at the art gallery on the 8th. You got to go to that. That's going to be her, her big party
The
to
big
Final
send-off.
fiesta,
the final
yeah.
fiesta
Before the
to
transition.
end before the transition and so say goodbye to one thing and say hello to the next. And also Wade is amazing. He's doing a workshop today or tomorrow where people are learning how to paint from him.
Yeah, if you've never taken a class over
my
there, I
God.
recommend it. It's
I
so
have
much
watched.
fun.
I have gone and shot people doing it, and it's so interesting to watch. He's really good.
Yeah,
He's
Wade's a
really
nice
talented,
guy,
and he's
yeah.
a super nice guy. So that should be a lot of fun. I know here at Market 37 on the 8th, they're also doing salsa, and I'm going to say it wrong. Borrachata lessons is some kind of dance that begins with a B and sounds like
Bachata,
borracho, but it's not.
bachata.
Yeah,
Right?
bachata, yeah. They're doing that at Market 37. It was part of the Cuban, which makes sense. So that should be fun. We got Paw Fest with the Gulf Coast Humane Society coming up on the 8th also. Saturday, it's a busy day. There's a lot going on that day.
Don't they have a weenie races? Weenie dog races?
They do have weenie
I
races.
need to sign mine up.
That's so fun.
We got Norman over there from Boudin.
Oh, on the 12th, the World Affairs Council of South Texas. So the World Affairs Council is a national organization, and we happen to have one of the groups here. So we have a guy coming to talk. We have a lunch like almost every month, and we have great speakers that come and talk to us. This one is going to be about AI. So I think that should be a really interesting thing for everybody to go listen to. So that's at 11:30 at the Emerald Beach Hotel on the 12th. And you can go look at our Facebook page or our website, it's World Affairs Council of South Texas, and buy a ticket. You
Is
can buy
it-
a ticket because it's lunch.
Is it fair if you make a presentation about AI without using AI?
Yeah, I think you should use it.
It's going to confuse
I
the
think you
heck out
should
of our
use your
computer
own
friends.
brain.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
going to ask about that with the art contest because there's a lot of kids
AI
in art
art.
contests that are using the
I know.
ChatGPT.
I feel like we should use AI to do the complicated number crunching data analysis and let humans actually create art and not have AI
Best
creating
use
art.
I've seen is for X-rays detecting cancer early. That's
Right,
the stuff
there's-
I want to see.
yeah,
not
I
to
wanna hear
write
about
my
that.
paper for me.
No.
right?
Have you heard that whole thing like people my age, a certain age, maybe Dale's in my age, like we better start eating right, exercising, and drinking plenty of water because our future doctors are all going through med school on ChatGPT right now.
Oh no.
Well,
And that about sums up what I think about
I
AI.
bought one of the Aura rings, so it keeps me in line. Tracks my sleep and my lack of activity.
Oh yeah, there you go.
I like that when your REM
Yeah.
sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amber, we're not having the Padre Island Farmers Market at Whitecap right now because this month because it's colder, right?
It is, yes. So for the next 2 months, I believe they're going to have it back at the church.
Yeah, I
but
think
you'll
it's
see
at
us
the
again
Baptist
next year.
Church. I think they switched. It's not at the Presbyterian. I think it might be at the Baptist Church. Oh, you know why? Because they need to have it indoors.
Reformation.
That's what
And it
it
used to
was.
be at Briscoe King, and so I think
They're
they're having
That,
it.
constructing.
I think that church also, we had a gal come in this week. They're doing an auction expansion as well coming up. I want to say it's Saturday.
Oh, of course,
for
everything's
expansion.
Saturday.
Oh, we
Of
need
course
to-
it is. Of
I
course
wanted
it
to
is.
mention
So
that-
Padre Island Farmers Market, the 13th, so that's next
Talking
Thursday.
about the event here at Docks tonight, there are some
Yeah.
auction items for La Posada. It's
Exactly.
for some fundraiser, for the fundraiser.
Like what?
I do not know. That's a Hilda question.
Hilda was trying to get some
Mhm.
Packery Channel
Yeah.
Packery
She
boat
was trying to
tours
get
out of you.
some
A
boat
free
tour-
lot?
Yeah. She went. Oh, wait! I heard one of the best items is a boat tour
How about-
by the Packery Queen there.
How about a car with 2 flats?
Well, you can. There you go.
Who wants
I'll
a
put, I'll
barge?
put a bow on top.
There you go. That's what Frank's for. I was going to say, Frank, what do you give me for this?
Oh, Peba Lunch is next Thursday also, and Todd Hunter is speaking, and everybody, it's a big draw. Everybody wants to come and hear what he has to say
He
about
could talk
what's
about
going on in
the
Austin.
hailstorm back in Portland and all that
Gosh,
stuff.
that was insane. Did you see pictures of people's
We had
cars?
people
and
were
windows?
saying that there's roofer companies from everywhere
Yeah.
crawling
Oh, I
all
bet.
through Portland.
That all happened.
We
The
were
gypsy
so
roofers.
lucky that we didn't get it out here, and I was downtown during Dia de los Muertos when it came through, and we got a little bit of rain there, but we didn't get anywhere
I
near
covered
the,
a story one time where the gypsy roofers came into town after a hailstorm.
Yeah.
And they went out to one of the subdivisions where every street was Misty something, Misty Glen, Misty Dawn. And they got one street over, and some lady called me up and said, "There's some strangers on top of my roof stripping my shingles off." And I went over there, and by the time I got there, they'd figured out they were in the wrong house. They were a block over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, all the houses
Did she
with
get a
similar
free
names.
roof? Because
No, well, she had an insurance policy which wouldn't cover after they stripped the old roof off because Belden Roofing said, well, we didn't take it off, so we're not going to cover you. So they ended up in the courthouse. But I learned after that, if you're going to be a gypsy roofer, read the first word in the street name. Don't just go with Misty Glen when
Details
it's really
matter.
Glenn.
Yeah.
That works.
If you're planning ahead, next weekend is the Corpus Christi Beer Festival. That's from like 3 to whatever, 11 or midnight, and that's at Heritage Park. I like to say that because Noesis Brewing, Cale Moore puts that together, and he's an island guy, and his kids go to the island school, so we like to support them. It's also the Jewish Food Festival, so you got to pop on
Yay,
over there.
where's
and
that?
That's it's out on Saratoga. It's out on
Right there at the temple there,
at
right?
the temple out on Saratoga.
Yeah, that. Ted, are we going to have some?
You'll wait in line, but you'll be happy. You'll
Matzo
chat
ball
with all the
soup.
people.
They thought they were going to cancel that because there weren't enough of the chefs around.
Oh, the older people to
Yeah,
cook? Yeah.
Yeah,
They must
so-
have got some younger people had to learn the
That's
recipes.
that's what I had to do with my
Ted.
Norwegian recipes that involved rotten herring and salt, and they're going like, "What? Who wouldn't want to cook that?"
Who wouldn't want to cook
Go
that?
get some gefilte.
Tyler, you have no idea.
Yeah, I know. Is it Jewish porn? Jewish porn, right? They get the corned beef on marble rye.
The Jewish Food Festival will be on.
Absolutely.
I was at my dentist yesterday. His wife is one of the markers of the thing, and it's
Nice.
already working and planted. And
Yeah, they're already making
if
stuff.
you want a Jewish food fix,
Oh, it's-
this place, take it from a New Yorker. This place is the real deal.
All
Yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah, they
I
got-
Wait.
I always try to get my
cabbage
friend
soup and-
Joe goes every year and,
Yep.
and brings me matzo ball soup, but he always eats it before I get any. So I'm going to go this
gonna
year.
have to
Well,
go this-
just go. You get
Yeah.
there Sunday a little before they open at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
The line's not usually too bad.
Well,
Get
now
you
it
in.
is. You just gave away the secret.
Way to go, Ted.
The secret's out.
I can't
On
wait.
Sunday, they have, is it bagels? That they don't have the other 2 days. On Sunday, they do a little bit different. So, just saying.
Well,
You know,
that's, so
and
that's
if you
next
like-
week?
That's next week on the 15th. So we got Greek food this week. Next week we got Jewish food, and also next Saturday, the 15th, is the Festival of India at the SV Temple out on I-37, and they have Indian food, which is amazing, and they have all these Indian dancers. They have a whole thing, and it's a health fair also.
Like a powwow.
It's not a powwow.
Oh.
I've
Not
had-
that kind of Indian.
I've had
Let's
some
not
great
be racist.
from
Let's-
I've had the great Indian food in this one friend of my folks. They were from India, and they actually put gold leaf on special occasions on the food, and it's great until you hit that cavity or you're wearing braces.
Oh, yeah.
It tastes like you just drank orange juice after you brushed your teeth.
No. This if you haven't been out there to this Festival of Indian Health Fair, it is amazing. The entertainment is amazing. The food, those guys know how to know everything I eat. I don't even know what I'm eating half the time. I was asking Kunal, and man, delicious food. So go check that out. It's 11 to 3, and it's out on I-37. You can look up the address.
We
So
need to get Kunal back on the radio
you
and
do.
talk
Yeah, 'cause
about
he's
his project.
He's getting ready to get open,
There's still
isn't he?
some sand flying over there. I
How
heard
are we
this
gonna play
week
pickleball in the
it
sand?
may
I'm
be
curious.
after the first of the year, but I have
Yeah.
not talked to him directly, so I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But I see crews occasionally out there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They work and then they don't. So I don't know
Hey, I have
where
another
that all
question for you.
stands.
What's going on with our Packery Bar down here?
We're trying to. We're going through a turn. We'll call it a Hollywood turnaround, where we're going to have.
Do you have someone to go into it? Because I met somebody who's interested in talking.
Well,
to
tell them to call me.
I will. I will. I will. To the guy that I talked to last night at the farmers market, I will send you his number.
My partner and I have taken it back, and we're in the process of
finding someone.
Working through. Well.
Now, do we want to put a kitchen in there?
It's more like sorting through.
Sorting through,
There many are called and few are chosen. Yes, it probably needs a kitchen,
Okay.
some version of that, and the deck needs to be expanded out to the water,
Yeah.
and the bottom
It's still
needs
a
to be
beautiful
closed
spot.
in.
But the location
Please tell me you're going to
potential is
keep
there.
those murals, Jennifer Seymour's murals on there.
Well, you
because
need
those are
to
stunning.
close in the bottom so you can stay open through the winter months because
The wind
the north
does-
wind
The
comes
wind, yeah.
right
The
in
north
there.
wind blows through
But
there.
you know, even when it's hot outside, you go there and it's really nice.
know.
That breeze keeps it
No, it's-
really comfortable.
Yeah, we thought about air conditioning the bottom floor and closing it in when my
Yeah.
partner and I were building it out the first time.
Yeah.
And we'd go down there at 4 or 5 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon
When
in
it's
the middle of
usually
August.
super hot, and you're
It's
like, it's
okay.
nice there. No, I agree.
And once you got the breeze and you're down by the water, it's
Yeah.
not bad at all. So
I love the swings at the bar too. You got to
That's
keep
what
the
that's
swings,
my favorite.
Right?
we'll get it open.
You guys can sit on a swing
sometime
and have
right
a
after
beer
the
and
first
enjoy
of the
the
year.
watch the boats go by.
We'll get it.
It's a
We
good
run the
sobriety
Packery
test.
Queen out of there.
That's right.
And,
The Packery Queen, which you're going to donate a ride to La Posada as a live auction, right?
Yeah, I think I was just talking to Hilda. Maybe what we should do is enter it in the parade, and then we can
Oh, yeah.
still put people on it,
We
but
could
decorate
raffle off
it.
seats or something.
Yeah, put
Yeah.
it in and make part of the parade. And if they,
Oh.
I'll do it if they'll give me a gun I can shoot in the air.
You just want to have the
Flare.
starting.
I'm
the
low
starting
hanging
fist.
fruit.
Starter's gun.
Yeah, just not a flare.
No.
That'll end poorly.
Ooh.
We have-
Yeah, then
I
we'll get
used
the
to do
Coast
it.
Guard here.
I used to be the host when it was on Channel 3 for the TV thing, but I haven't done that.
Well, you
since
and
it
Joe
moved
did
to
that
Channel
once,
6.
right? Or
We did it
you did several
3
times.
years.
Oh, yeah. You were in the Packery Queen was in the parade. Was it last year? The year before, and you had singer. Did you have Flower Bluff
We had
choir
the-
on there?
yeah,
Choir. They had the
and we
choir on
couldn't
board.
get them close enough
So
to
you could really hear
the
'em.
TV camera to hear them because
Yeah. I remember taking a
the
picture of
water's
it, yeah.
too skinny over there where we were. But this
Yeah.
year it's going to be here at Docks.
Yeah, they'll be
able to get
right
'em up
there.
really close.
Yeah.
and get a mic. We'll be prepared for it this year. We'll have a mic ready for them.
They do make microphones that are directional in
Yeah,
range.
and we just didn't know they were coming. We didn't.
Oh, right,
we
okay,
weren't
yeah,
ready.
yeah.
And so now that we know that, I'm trying to get Ramon is Pineda that just retired as a GM there. I'm trying to get him on next week with Gabi, and I think we're going to have Alex Harris is going to come on to talk about the stuff he's got going on.
The GM at
and,
where?
and also Willard Hammonds III. I think I
Ro-
talked with him.
over
this
at
week.
Spoonbill
So we'll
Bay.
be talking island real estate
Oh,
next
okay.
week.
Yeah.
Is the plan.
Nice.
And if we do, then we can talk to Ramon about he's not he just retired, but he's still very familiar with the production.
Just a quick thing. We need to get this guy I met through Complete Foundation Repairs over on Commodore's
Gotta
Point.
get that in
This
there.
guy had a huge house. It's his weekend house.
Yeah.
He's an astrophysicist.
Yeah.
Teaches.
He's a rocket scientist.
He's like going like, hey, my dad was one. And
When
he
you
goes,
say
"So
it's not
there's
rocket
no money
science,
in
it
that.
is.
Yeah, but he teaches. He's a professor at A&M, and I was well, if there's no money in astrophysics, how
Right.
does this?
House.
Get
And he
a
says
patent on
And
something.
he said quantum mechanics, and so I got into him with about I said, "Did you invent the question mark?" And he said, "No," but he says we did develop pi. Anyway, this guy's cool.
So we could have him
Tie
come
into the
on.
pie again.
Right, he
Pie.
says
It's a-
AI.
it's a theme. It's
he
a
goes,
pie.
AI is nothing but an algorithm. It's not going to take
Oh,
over
yeah.
the world. It
No.
won't can't take over the world because
So-
it's like if you get it, all it does is gather information. So if it has,
Oh, it's not
Do
going
the
to take over the world.
science
I don't think it's going to take over the world. It's not like one of those robotic science.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
does.
just.
So we can
I think
get
it's
him
just
on.
turning the world like down.
We can get him
It's
on
making it
and
worse.
resolve the true nature of light on one of our radio shows.
My coworkers were like, they were giving me the cane to pull Tyler away because like that.
Oh, you want to keep talking to him?
Oh
yeah.
God, yes.
Let's have him on. Invite him on. Let's have him on.
He's
Let's
cool.
have him on
so,
and talk.
Yeah, you'd like.
Although
him.
none of us will know what questions to ask because
Right.
we're not as
No,
smart.
How does a light bulb work?
Yeah.
Well, all I know
That would
is
be
if
an
we're,
electrician.
if we're talking about AI and we have Sarah Connor on the show, like things have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So, well, if 10 points for Gryffindor if you get that reference.
They all get old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
Outstanding. Well, this has been another great edition of the Island Moon on Larry Elizondo's Power Hour on
you, Larry.
KUKA, Driscoll, Texas, 105.9 and 103.3, and on Retro Tejano, 104.1. We're going to leave you with a little bit of Stevie Start today. And
we love Stevie Start.
Out in the distance, if you listen closely, you can hear the mushroom cloud of truth. Eric Von Wade coming at
Eric.
you live from the fortress. And everybody have a great day out there. We hope to see you soon.
There's a place I know where the warm winds blow to party in the Gulf of Mexico. When the weekend comes, your friends all cow with a dress, Dos Equis in a fireball. TGIF, TGIP, it don't make no difference. It's the same to me. You're on island time, and your salt and lime is safe. Thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre. We're getting that GA, it's gonna open soon. I know it's true, cause I read it in the Island Moon. Never have to leave, you're gonna see. Cause nothing good ever happens on TV. We'll meet on Soapback Beach to hang out with the bums. There's no need to wait until the weekend comes. You're on island time. Bring your salt and lime and say, thank God it's Padre. Thank God it's Padre. Sitting on Bob Hall Pier, drinking a nice cold beer, and wondering how I landed here. Someone pinch me, I'm dreaming. Still sitting on Bob Hall Pier and nursing this lukewarm beer. Just wondering how I landed here. Someone pinch me, I'm dreaming.